Welcome, everyone. Once again, it is Wednesday. It is, in fact, the last Wednesday of April. Of all time. There will never be another Wednesday in April. You might be like, oh, but Wolfie, what about 2026? Isn't there going to be an April in 2026 and there's a Wednesday? Nope. There will not be. This is actually the last April Wednesday of all years. Not just this year, all years. Anyway, this is today's art. It is me fishing. You may notice that, oh god. Okay, it's a pager duty alert. I'm actually pager duty secondary. However, I do not actually need to acknowledge this because someone else is going to handle it. However, I do still get pinged if they don't pick it up. Hold on, I'm gonna check. I'm checking. It has been acknowledged. I don't know why it's calling me. It's fine. It's actually totally fine. It has been acknowledged. It is a known issue. And it will be handled promptly. Anyway, okay, web fishing. That's right, everyone. It is Web Fishing Wednesday, everyone's favorite time of the week. What is this, Monster Care Simulator? Library. I'm gonna play some webbed fishing. It's here. It's happening. Did you see that there is there's a mod for web fishing where you can make your me character? Web fishing me. I have never installed a plugin or mod for web fishing, but this is apparently a thing that someone made. I saw it on Twitter, and it will not let me play the video because I'm on VPN, and I don't want to turn off my VPN because I'm going to be hosting a web fishing lobby. But you could look it up if you want, maybe. What if we look at images, huh? What if there was an image? There's no image. This is too new. Google has not picked up. I guess this isn't Google. This is DuckDuckGo. Alright, well anyway, we got web fishing. Web fishing, unlisted. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Duck, welcome Slime Molder. That's everyone. No one will ever show up. No one ever plays web fishing. This is the only people that are there. Does your VPN allow port forwarding? Probably. It probably does. I have never needed to do it. Alright. Well, it's web fishing. Okay, we're gonna, it's a lobby code. I'm gonna paste the lobby code. And then I will pin the message and, you know, maybe no one joins. Maybe a bunch of hackers try to join. I don't know. You never know what you'll get on Web Fishing Wednesdays. People might be like, oh, look at this. I'm gonna try to join, and then if he lets me in, I'm gonna draw inappropriate things. Welcome, Ranu. But they will never be allowed ever again. My policy in web fishing has changed, and it will never be reverted. I will have to trust people, and I will not trust strangers. Remember that guy who said he followed, and then he was like, oh, you know, you can let me in. I followed, and then I said, if you're here next week, I'll let you in, and he never showed up. So I think that's not, people are not going to join. I'm gonna draw fishes, 2 fishes holding hands. I mean, that's allowed. That's fine. It's actually perfectly normal. Because as you all know, fish, they already have hands. It's a commonly known fact about fish is that they have hands. It's real, you can look it up. See this fish right here? It has hands. I didn't even talk about how today's drawing has no hands. It has no legs, it has no hands. How is this fishing rod even working? It's like floating. It's literally just floating. How does he do it? I don't know. But it's going to be here. It's like RimWorld. It is, right? It is kind of like RimWorld. Really makes you think. You guys remember RimWorld? When I played RimWorld many years ago. Has it been years? I feel like it's been years. It's been a while. Anyway, I feel like I should not open that game up again because I will probably play it for hours. And I got other stuff to do. Speaking of playing things for hours, I actually played Replicube off stream. After I ended my stream on Monday and I played Replicube, I was like, I want to play some more. And then I opened it up on my personal computer that is not this one. And since that one has a different Steam account, I had to start over from scratch, and then I just like was solving the puzzles I had already solved. And I was like, this is cool. And then I knew like better strats to solve it, and I was like, oh, look at this, I can do this now. And then I did, and then I solved them better. And I think that's cool. I think it's cool when you revisit things you've done in the past, and you think about how you could improve on how you've done it in the past, and now you do it again, and it's like, whoa, this makes so much sense. It's actually so much simpler once I actually know the answers. Anyway, I don't know if I'll stream the game again. Like, although I did enjoy playing it, I'm not sure if it is like the best stream game, I guess, maybe, for lack of a better word. There's like not too many things to discuss during it. You're just watching me like put shapes. It's like, oh, what if I put the square over here? Oh, what if I get the absolute value of X, and then I add it to this segment, and then I filter it based on this thing. It's like Picross because it's a stream where you say numbers. Yeah, but I feel like it requires more thought than Picross. Also, welcome Xtag. Like with Picross, maybe it's just because like I've played it enough that with Picross I can just start talking about other stuff, and the puzzle I just do it in the background. Replicube is like, you know, you gotta, if you're not focusing on the game, it's kind of hard to just passively do it, you know? There's something about it requires more brain capacity. But I mean, okay, maybe that's just because I haven't played it enough. Maybe once I've played it for hours, I can be like, oh, obviously, there's a circle here, so, you know, you gotta use this equation, you gotta do this stuff. But at the moment, it's kind of like, oh man, I'm still gotta like program everything. Still gotta, anyway, I figured out how to make those diamond shapes. Anyway, that's my life. Anyway, the title of this stream says, I dropped pizza on the floor today. And you might be wondering, when is he going to talk about this? You know, it's the title of his stream. What if he talks about it later and I miss it? What if he talks about it now? If I talk about it now and then people show up later, they're gonna miss the story. And they're gonna come in and be like, tell me the story about the pizza, and then I'll be like, I already told it. And see, I don't know when the best time to tell stories is. I feel like people usually, you know, they delay the major part of the story until more people are in the game, in the stream. Welcome Hypnotic Box, welcome Guacamigo. Guacamigo, that's you. You are allowed in because I know and trust you to some extent. More so than random Twitch strangers, at least. Anyway, the pizza. So I was reheating some pizza in the toaster oven, and when I was taking the pizza out, I think I pushed a bit too hard on the hinge, and then the toaster oven started tipping over a little bit, and then it caused the pizza to fall out. And then one of the slices of pizza fell face down on the floor. One of them fell on a plate, and so only part of it touched the floor. And so I ate that one, because I would assume mostly fine. Most of it was on the plate. But then the one that was face down, I was like, oh, do I want to risk it? You know, pizza is pretty good. You know, like how many germs could there possibly be on the floor, right? You know, people mention the 5-second rule. Apparently that's not even a real thing. That germs accumulate much faster as soon as it touches the floor. I was there. I was like, do I want to possibly eat this slice of pizza that fell face down on the floor? And then after thinking about it, I was like, no, I will not risk it. So I did not eat that pizza. I actually threw it away, and then I had more leftover pizza, so I heated up another slice, and then I ate that one, and it was good. Welcome, Stanley. And that's it. That's the entire story. That is the entire story. But if I get sick, it may be, if I get sick in the upcoming days or week, it may be because I ate the pizza that I thought did not really touch the floor. You know, it fell on the floor, and then there was like a plate, you know, a plate between it and the floor, but like, you know, maybe like one small part of it touched the floor, and then I was like, oh, maybe that's fine. But then what if it's not fine? What if it's actually not fine? And then I get really sick, and then I have to be like, guys, I can't stream because I ate pizza that fell on the floor. I think you won't get sick if it touched the floor. Different story if you left it out for hours. That's what I thought as well. I was like, even for the face down slice of pizza, I was like how many germs could there possibly be? Like, it's not like, you know, it's not like an industrial kitchen or anything. But, you know, I decided not to. Like, at most, I would imagine there would be some dust. Maybe, I don't know. And it was like on a part of the kitchen that, you know, you don't normally walk on. So, like, I would, you know, assume that what am I saying? That there would not be that many, like, footprints, you know, the stuff from your shoe when you walk over the kitchen floor. Stuff like that. You know, there wouldn't be that much of that. But then I was like, you know, I don't want to risk it. Welcome, Marklar. As long as it's not face down. Yeah, the one that I ate was face up, and most of it was on a plate. And I did brush off the part on the bottom. It would be even worse if it flipped and made a mess of the oven, right? So true. I could even model it in Replicube. What if I did that right now? If I open up Replicube, and then I have like a custom thing where, is this gonna like close the web fishing lobby? No, it's not. It's fine, right? I can have two games open at the same time. If I can make my own Replicube pizza in oven falling out. Welcome, old man diabetes. There we go. Check this out. I delete this one. Get this out of here. We can have a toaster oven, right? The toaster oven is going to be gray. Do I want to do that? You know, maybe I don't want to do this. This requires too much thinking. I pretend that I did it, okay? And you're like, well, how did he do it? How did he accurately model the pizza with the Replicube? In that case, I wouldn't think twice about eating it, but my stomach has built up resistance after doing like stuff like this forever. I also actually, the piece of pizza, the slice that fell on the floor face down, I was like, well, you know, if I heat it up again, is the heat not gonna kill the germs, right? If the temperature is high enough, surely it'll kill most of the germs, right? So I actually put that pizza back in the toaster oven and heated it up for like 5 minutes. Normally it's supposed to be 10 minutes, but it's like 5 minutes in, I was like, okay, maybe maybe this is a bad idea. And then I just threw it out. But, you know, what if that works? What if, you know, you think there's germs on it, and then you heat it up, and then it kills all the germs, and it's fine. Surely, you know, there's maybe like 0.1% of germs that are still there. And then I looked it up, and it was like, is it really that bad? And then there was an article from a doctor. It was like, I'm a doctor, and when my pizza falls on the floor, I still eat it. Here's why. And then they describe various things that are actually worse than your floor. You're like, well, what about your kitchen counter? You know, you touch that, there's a lot of germs on it. What if you touch the sink? There's even more germs in the sink than on your floor. What about that sponge you use to wash your dishes? There's even more germs on that thing. And so they were like, I'm not that worried about floor pizza. And I was like, that's a good point, but also I don't want to risk it. Crave the floor pizza. What if the floor pizza makes it taste better, right? I even have cats and still eat off the floor all the time, indoor cats. What about all the cat hair? You see, there are germs and then there are the toxins they produce. Well, there's a lot of things to consider. ZZZ, I do not know who this is. So I will not allow you into the lobby simply because I don't trust strangers anymore. But if it is someone that I do know who is not a first-time chatter, please show yourself and then I will allow you to join. Your mom wears shoes inside. Anyone here wears shoes indoors? And I don't mean slippers. Slippers are their own category. But shoes that you wear outdoors, if you're wearing that stuff indoors, I don't know. That's just kind of messed up. It's kind of hecked up if you ask me. I'll say I have long hair, and even though I vacuum every weekend, there's always a hair on the floor. That floor pizza would be a wig. Sorry, there's always my hair on the floor. I thought it said there's always a hair on the floor. And it's like, that's pretty good. Only one hair. But you meant multiple hairs. Well, maybe the oils in the hair give it the flavor. I don't know. If you have cats who are eating cat hair, it's unavoidable. Yeah, I would imagine when people have, you know, they have dogs and cats, you gotta vacuum all the time. You'll see like cat hair in your PC fans. It's gonna be dust everywhere. See, I would be more worried about hair and other stuff than the germs. I don't know. Anyway, the story is that I did not eat the worst pizza. Actually, part of it was like I was a bit concerned that maybe I forgot which pizza fell on the floor face down. I put it back on the same, you know, table, and then I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is the one that was on the plate. Welcome, Puzzle. Up to 96% of shoes soles carry some form of fecal bacteria. So true. Also money, right? There was like that article that I saw about the doctor that said when my pizza falls on the floor, I still eat it. They were like, well, if you ever touch money, that thing is way dirtier than the floor. Think of all the germs that are associated with money. There's a lot of stuff. Cell phones too, that is true. There's a lot of grease on cell phones. It's like, you know, your hands touch stuff and then they end up touching your phone, your keyboard maybe. There's a lot of stuff you gotta consider. Welcome A. Poland. Fecal bacteria is good for you though, gives you a good robust gut flora. Possibly true. There was that one Mythbusters experiment that was like, if you put your toothbrush like, you know, near the toilet versus like in a separate room from the bathroom, is there like noticeable difference in like fecal coliform or whatever? And then they determined that there's not that much difference. And I was like, that's surprising, but also kind of gross. When I hear about people's controllers breaking, I want to know how many Cheetos they eat while gaming. All of them. They're eating all of them. Welcome, Hamp, as well. My secretary job requires me to touch a lot of money and people's documents, constantly washing my hands. Right? That's how you do it. You gotta wash your hands. It's the same thing when people talk about, you know, people in the food service industry not wearing gloves. Right? They're like, oh, this place is so gross. They're not even wearing gloves. They're touching the food with their hands. And then I guess the argument is that gloves are often dirtier than bare hands because when you have your hands, you're just washing them often. But then with gloves, you're like, you're not washing your gloves, you know? You're like, I got gloves on. I don't need to wash. And then it just like, they touch everything and then everything gets contaminated. So every time you see like a YouTube short of someone running like a food business, they're like, oh man, I can't even. They're like, these guys are wearing gloves. They're like, you don't even know, okay? You don't know the germs that are on gloves. Why fecal transplants good but eating poop bad? I don't even really know what fecal transplants are. What's the deal with those? We got a spam bot that was restricted from posting before their message even made it through. That's cool. That's very nice. E. coli, Chris Hansen. That's a lot of Cheetos for one gamer. You really thought I wouldn't want a slice of that pizza, even though it fell on the floor. People do not wash their gloves, right? Let's see, my PS5 won't even turn on if I don't have Cheetos. What about the Mountain Dew? What about the Cheetos and Mountain Dew, huh? Who's this? I already mentioned that you will not be able to join because I don't know you. The idea is that you get healthy bacteria from the person you received the transplant from. What if you just eat a lot of yogurt? Anyone eat yogurt recently? I eat yogurt. Every time I go to the office, I eat yogurt because they have yogurt in there. It's plain yogurt even. It's not like strawberry yogurt. It's not like whatever flavored yogurt. It's just plain old regular yogurt. And I do enjoy it. A long time ago, if I were just to eat plain yogurt, I'd be like, this has no flavor. I don't even get why people would eat Greek yogurt. But you know, after some time, I got used to it, and I'm like, you know, this is actually pretty good. This morning, what kind of yogurt? I eat yogurt almost every day, but not for the gut bacteria. It's an easy source of protein. I eat it because I'm sure it helps me in some way. I'm sure that, you know, there's some health benefits. I don't know. I eat 0% Greek yogurt all the time, mixed with spicy stuff, well, like chili flakes. Just what the heck is what's going on here? Is that the Matrix? It's a bullet time Matrix. It's not done yet. I know. I just wanted to check. Chobani Greek with honey. Oh, I never tried having honey in yogurt. That sounds like it could be good. Lately, I've been drinking a lot of tea with honey. I don't know if it really helps for anything, but you know, honey is known to be good for your voice, I guess, you know, your throat. So, you know, because I stream and often, you know, I have to like talk at work, I'm like, what if I just drink honey with milk? Sorry, not milk, with with tea. And then it helps somehow. I don't know if it does help, but surely it doesn't hinder me in any way. Been more honey pilled recently. What's the best type of honey? There's like so many. I went to the store the other day and got so many different varieties. I don't even know what the best one is. They got like wildflower honey. They've got like Geffen. What even is Geffen honey? I don't even know. A lot of stuff. See, I'll put in garlic, chili powder, paprika. Use it as a dip. Yogurt as a dip. What? I guess that is a thing that they do in places like India, right? They have yogurt that they use to dip stuff in as well. Floral honey. Greek yogurt with honey was my go-to for a while. Tame the Greek yogurt taste. Never tried it. Maybe someday I'll try it and then I'll be like, oh, well, this is goated. I should have been doing this. Floral honey. What is like the real difference though? See if you have a local honey farmer. I know a guy and he made great honey. Yeah, like New York City does have like farmers markets. There is one in Union Square. I guess I could go there if I wanted. There's some people that like have bees like in the city. Like they'll have like a beehive on the rooftops of buildings. And then they harvest the honey directly from like the rooftops. I always thought that was interesting. So, you know, bees that live in the city, they just go to like parks and stuff like that. They get the honey. They fly back to the top of the building and then just deposit the pollen. Also, Ryan, who's trying to join. Unfortunately, I'm not allowing strangers, as your name is one that I don't recognize. I will not allow you to join. Let's see, I got some hot honey that wasn't hot. Was it Mike's hot honey? Because that is the usual one. That guy, us, it, me. Well, I don't know you, so I'm sorry. If this was like 4 weeks ago, maybe I would have let you join, but we've had people join that I don't know who just ruined the lobby, so I don't trust people anymore, unfortunately. Honey's really hit or miss for me, always a bit too strong. What if you dilute it though? You could always like add water to it. It'll be a bit less strong. Depends on where the bees pollinate. It's like the type of pollen that they get. Wildflower. You can trust me? I can't though. I don't know you. It's a first time chatter. I don't know you. If you're here like a month from now, if you establish yourself as a regular viewer who is here for 3 or more streams, and not only web fishing streams, then I could consider it. Now this is gonna get you to leave. You're gonna be like, I'm not committing to. I don't even know this guy. You're telling me I would stay for 3 different streams just to possibly join a web fishing lobby? This guy is so full of himself. He thinks that I'd have other streamers to watch, right? Anyway, that's it. Good boundary. I don't know, it's a bit arbitrary. If you can somehow prove yourself to be a trusted member of the community, sure. But I would imagine most people would not do that. I got some honey as a gift from my friend who has a beehive. It was the best honey I ever had. That sounds nice. Welcome, CL. Thank you for the 19 months. I'm going good. Really liking coral glasses. I don't know what that means. Swine Gary. It's still weird to me that people still go into web fishing when no one plays just for the express purpose of ruining it. That is like surprising to me though. That like people will just join a web fishing lobby to like start hacking or like drawing weird stuff on it. You're like, man, like no one plays this game anymore. You're like specifically, I'm not talking about you specifically. I don't know if you can be trusted at the moment, but I mean like other players specifically. Also welcome Zoli. To like go on a dead game and just start hacking. It's not even just like one-off, it's like every single time I let someone in, they would always do something weird. And then I was like, after like 4 weeks, I was like, you know what? Just, I'm done. I'm done with this. I hope no one draws rude stuff when you stream. I mean, it has happened, and that was why I stopped. It doesn't seem like the type of game to draw unsavory people, and yet, well, I mean, it had like a really bad hacking problem some time ago. Even I have limits. I used to be so naive to trust people, and now look at me. Now I'm old and jaded. Look at my eyes. You think these eyes are... This guy has seen some stuff, man. He's seen some stuff. Block listens 100. Yeah, literally 100. This is an empty name, but it could be hundreds of people. Any online game in general always have some weirdos or hackers. It's so annoying, right? What's the deal? It really says a lot about society. It's web fishing. Web fishing is a metaphor for society, if you think about it. We're out here living on our own. Sometimes people join us. Sometimes you part ways with people. But you know, you find yourself back on the lake every week just for the love of the game. Just for yapping. And sometimes there's mushrooms you can jump on, just like in real life. They bounce you up. They bring you up into the sky, allows you to see, broaden your horizons, look into the distance, see that there's rain. What does that rain mean specifically? You can fight the rain. Don't let that rain distract you from your life. It's far away, and it will only bother you if you let it bother you. And then when the rain does arrive, it's actually good because there's rare fish. Rain allows you the opportunity to strengthen yourself. You know, it's a metaphor. I can't follow everyone. I got too many. Well, you can find someone else to to join their lobby. Is anyone else even streaming this game right now? I feel like whenever I check the web fishing tag or category, there's like either no one streaming it or there's like one person streaming it. Also, welcome Taffy. Anyway, that's it. That's web fishing. Welcome Pork Food. Anyway, it's Wednesday though. There's five people streaming this game. Holy. I feel like that's more than usual. Twitch.tv/. How do you, what's the tag for, how do you even see the games? Oh, I'm on the home page. I didn't mean to go to the home page. /directory/category/web fishing. Oh, there's me. That is true. There are 3 other people streaming it. Well, you should track how many people join in your journal. Why would I want to do that though? This is information that doesn't even really matter. Or does it? Or does it matter? What if it does matter? What if, like, you know, when you like, assuming heaven exists, if you go to heaven, you're at the gates of heaven, and then they have like a quiz for you. You're like, oh shoot, I should have paid attention. And then one of the questions is like, how many people join your web fishing lobby on Wednesday, April 30th, 2025? And you're like, ah, frick, I should have took notes on this. Do you think you would make Wednesdays into fishing game making days instead of going back to VR fishing? I tried that for one stream, and I feel like I didn't get anything done. But I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be just do it in one stream. That is true. But I feel like I would prefer my Wednesday streams to be ones that I can talk over easily. Because like my problem with when I did that one stream where I tried to make a game, it was like I didn't talk about anything besides the game. And I feel like, you know, when people are like, oh, I'm going to tune into Wolfie's streams on Wednesday specifically, it's like, you know, because he's talking about the things that matter. He's talking about current events and like, I don't know. Remember this thing that was old? Guys, remember this historical thing? Remember this thing from the 90s? I'm here for that kind of stuff. And then when I'm streaming game dev, it's like, you know, it's fine. But it's not really the same vibe, you know? And then if I don't have a stream during the week where I talk about stuff, it's like, then what's the point? What even is the point, huh? Let's see, so you can say whether it's more than usual or not with evidence to back it up. I mean, I don't know, I do have like the stream VODs as history. Like the Wolfie news segment, exactly. When I run out of stuff to talk about and then I just say, oh, so guys, what else has been going on? Oh, you see the news about blah blah blah? And then we start talking about it and you're like, oh, so true, Wolfie, that did happen. And then we talk about it for 2 minutes and I'm like, I got nothing else to say about it. You're like, oh man, I was really hoping he was going to talk about the graduations or like the VTuber drama or like the horse race test or whatever, right? People tune in, they're like, I can't wait to see what he has to say about Mume and how she's gone, and also Gargura. Yeah, what am I supposed to think about? If you don't know what Wolfie's thinking, how can you form your own opinion, huh? You can't. You're so reliant on me to tell you exactly what to think. You're like, oh, this is good? Okay, Wolfie thinks it's good? Okay, then it's good. Wolfie, favorite Pokemon? I don't know if I have one. Not really much of a Pokemon fan nowadays. Been a while since I've cared about Pokemon. You ever spend 2 weeks on a project and then discover you have to pivot to some new implement? What the heck? I hate the fact that that song ends like that. It's supposed to be like lo-fi BGM. They end with like a buzzing sound. What is that name? A hissing sound. I don't have a favorite Pokemon anymore either. Sorry, I read your question and I did not answer it. Yes, it happens all the time in software development and also in life in general. Tell me how to think, please. Also, best Pokemon is Bulbasaur. He said Bulbasaur. Spelled it wrong. It's clearly you don't care about Bulbasaur. If you spell Bulbasaur wrong, is it even really your favorite Pokemon? That's a classic joke. It's like, but why was the Pokemon not feeling well? 'Cause its bulb is sore. And then you laugh, and then there's like, how do you get a Pikachu onto a bus? You Pokemon, and then you go, oh, that's so true. You do Pokemon, because that's the name of a Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Zigzagoon. That's a good one. You know what's a cool Pokemon? Is Zangoose. I think at some point Zangoose used to be one of my Pokemon that I liked. It's the one I sometimes would get confused with Zigzagoon. Zangoose. It's look at how edgy this guy is. What a cool pattern. Anyway, but now I'm like, I don't really know. I don't know if I care about Pokemon. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't seem to understand the sadness about a lot of YouTuber drama or graduations. And it's kind of just like, you know, the fact that even though they might come back, that they will not be able to collab with the same people, usually. Especially if they're part of an organization. You're like, oh, look at all those fun times they had together in this group. And now you will never see this again, unless the other people also graduate and then they have their own indie VTuber stuff. I don't know. It's like the end of an era. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Those are happening. I played a team of 6 Zigzagoons for the pickup item ability in Ruby a while ago. So many rare candies. Yeah. It's a cool Pokemon. The Zigzagoon, a lot of cool Pokemon out there. What do you think? Which Pokemon do you think has like the least favorites? Like, you know, if people have a favorite Pokemon and you were to like count how many people have their favorite Pokemon as this one, what do you think would be the most obscure one? You're like, oh, there's like one guy who likes this Pokemon. It's got to be like something. Some kind of Pokemon popularity tier list. Cool. Fable is a good one. You can give it Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Drain. I don't even know what Drain Punch is. Goldeen, Mr. Mime. No, I feel like there's people that like Mr. Mime. Dunsparce. No, people definitely like Dunsparce. Dunsparce, I feel like is pretty popular. My homies don't care about Sandshrew. Jinx. Clink. Is there like a list? What if I just search up least popular Pokemon? Least popular Pokemon. This is on businessinsider.com, like a real website. The least popular is Silcoon. Okay, I can see it. No, this one, I feel like people would be a fan of this one. I don't know. I feel like, okay, maybe no one cares about this one. Oh, this one. I remember this guy. I'm fishing now. People like the evolved version of the Goth one. Yeah, but like the baby form, I feel like people would still... I don't think this would be like the least one of the least popular. This one though, I don't know if... I can see this one being unpopular. Is that it? There's gotta be more, right? It can't just be it. 10 most unpopular Pokemon of all time. Well, it's Sunkern. I like Sunkern. What the heck is this one? I've never even seen this one. I don't even know who that is. Raichu. No, this is... Okay, is this like AI generated or something? Raichu's not unpopular. These guys, I can see it. Okay, this one was also on the other list. Sunkern is Gen 2. I've never even seen this one. Squawkabilly. I didn't even know this Pokemon existed. Spidops? What the heck is that? Spidops? Garbo. No, I feel like people are a fan of this Pokemon specifically because it's so ugly. They're like, they made a Pokemon this hideous. I love it. I love trash. This one, okay, I can see this one. No, I feel like people are fans of this one. Jinx, Sunkern. Sunkern is the number one least popular on this ranking. Are these? Wait, this is about stats. Well, okay, this one is about stats. This one's about like other stuff. I feel like this article is AI generated. This doesn't seem real to me. Anyway, I don't know. If the Pokemon is noteworthy in any way, someone likes it. The least popular are just the boring ones. Yeah, it's like if a Pokemon is ugly, people will like it because it's so ugly. If a Pokemon is like, you know, if it has good stats, people are gonna like it. If it's got a good moveset, people are gonna like it. If it's just like mediocre, that's when people don't like it. Just like in real life. Society literally says a lot about society. Anyway, okay, let's talk about events. What about current events, guys? Graduate. Well, I got nothing. I already mentioned that. What is there to talk about? VTubers are graduating. It's happening, I guess. Depends on what TMs you can give. Exactly. That's part of the moveset. What about the VTuber drama, guys? There's like a Google Doc about something. I don't actually know what the deal is. That there's like some VTuber called Cinder who I don't really know who they are. But they got in some kind of controversy and I've been seeing subtweets about it. And I have not understood any of it. It's like, I don't know what this is. I don't really want to read this Google Doc because I don't know any of these people. Wolfie Docky. Google Docky. That's the new thing. Whenever someone posts a Google Doc with like an apology or something, that's what they post. Did I welcome Defins? I don't know if I did. Welcome. That was Curse Drama. I don't really know like most of these people. They're like names that I see mentioned sometimes, but like I don't really know who they are or what their streams are like. Anyway, there's stuff. There's always things happening. You see what this Wolfie guy did? Freaking Wolfie guy. Do you see what he did in webfishing? He blocked this guy. She was basically doing some Mean Girls-esque thing where she tried to cancel other people's commissions with an artist so that she could monopolize the artist and be more exclusive to them. What the heck? So it's like, hey, you can't commission this artist. They're my artist. Is that it? It seems kind of silly. And reading a Google Doc? Exactly. That's how I felt. I was like, I don't even know who this is. I don't even know. But I mean, like, a lot of people are talking about it, so surely this means something. I'd be like, Wolfie, please cancel with this person. I'll pay you way more. And she's too famous anyway, she'll be fine. Oh, like cancel your commissions? Yeah, if I did commissions and then someone was like, hey, don't do commissions for this guy. You see what this Wolfie guy did? He asked for no backseating. This Wolfie guy freaking this cringe. Look at this tweet he made 20 years ago. Was Twitter around 20 years ago? No, it was not. Do you see this tweet Wolfie made 15 years ago? Get this guy. He freaking said this stuff. Can't believe it. No, no. What if I get canceled someday? And then you have to be like, oh, that Wolfie guy, I don't know him. Just because I was in his stream does not mean that I approve of his actions. He did what? Get him out of here. He refused to let strangers into his web fishing lobby. I don't know. But yeah, there's always some kind of drama happening. I don't really know. He's gatekeeping. He's just out here. Literally just here. Welcome, Chicken Coop. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. The last Wednesday of all time. What else is going on besides the graduations? Let me check my document. What do I have in my list of things that happened? Gatekeeping. What do you want to do with all those gates? To keep them, obviously. Oh, here's the thing. The weather, guys. Any fans of the weather? Love talking about the weather. It's so warm recently. Oh my god, you will not believe it. Guys, it is so warm. Bro, the weather though, the weather goes crazy. Wow. Yesterday it was like 80 Fahrenheit. That is pretty hot, actually. For those of you in Europe, that is like about 30 Fahrenheit, slightly less, maybe like 28 Fahrenheit. Sorry, Celsius. I used the wrong word here. I meant Celsius, 28 Celsius-ish. And I walked outside and I was like, this is actually pretty nice. It was very sunny and I took a walk and I walked farther than I normally would. And it was windy, so although it was hot, it was, you know, not so bad. There's likely going to be a hot nuke war soon, but you probably don't want to talk about that. Is there? Okay, maybe I don't want to talk about it. I did not know that was happening. It was a pope thing. Have they found a new pope yet? I don't know. There's a horse race test is back. It ended and it's back soon, right? That's happening. That's a thing that's going to happen. Everyone's going to be like, whoa, horse race tests. That's crazy. When is Cyan going to get a name or whatever? I don't know how that works. Well, if you live somewhere there was wind? Yes. I mean, we all know that I live in New York. And specifically even the approximate zip code that I live in. So it's not that hard to find the weather. We had 80F/27C today. It was good. Yeah, I like also the fact that it's like 8 p.m. outside and also inside and everywhere. And it's there's still light outside. That's kind of nice, right? Any fans of it being light outside at 8 p.m. Eastern time? Or whatever time it is in your time zone that's not Eastern. Welcome, Nutritious. Yeah, floor pizza? It's real. You missed the story. You missed all the epic floor pizza lore. And now every time you tune into a wall stream, people are going to be referencing the floor pizza and they're going to be like, oh, I missed that stream. Do you ever get that? Like when you like do not watch like an hour of a stream or something where something happened and then chat keeps referencing it on future streams and you're like, I missed something. I feel so left out because I did not pay attention to this stream. Like a streamer could just be saying something as a joke for like one stream, maybe for like 5 minutes, and then that's all the chat talks about for the next few days. You're like, ah, remember that time the streamer did this thing? You're like, what? I wasn't there for this. I don't know the context. It's almost 3 p.m. California, this guy in the west coast? The west coast of the US or maybe Canada. Wow. You know, that stuff happens. It was like Northern Line had like a moment on his stream where the chat was striking for some reason. People were refusing to send messages, but I wasn't there when the strike happened. And then I started like posting emotes, and then I saw everyone else were just posting ... and like other stuff. And it was like, oh, should I not be posting emotes? Oops, I didn't get the memo. I didn't know. You can't cancel me. I didn't know. I didn't have Wi-Fi. I was there. Were you there? Can we audit Deffin's chat history? Specifically Northern Line's chat. I was there. I was not paying attention the whole time, so I did not know. Anyway, I'm sure, you know, sometimes I'll talk about things. I'm sure, you know, people that were here after like the VR fishing era, when I talk about bears and people say the bear is real, that's like a reference that you might not understand. If you're like newer here, you're like, what do they mean? Why is every time it talks about bears, Chad is always like, the bear is real? That doesn't make sense. What do they mean by this? That's like one example of a thing. It's like missing out on this shared lore. It's like an inside joke that everyone knows, but then since you're new, you're like, I don't know what this is. I lack context. I have no idea what they could be talking about. Lore for old school wall pads, exactly. Imagine not being here 5 years ago. I wasn't even streaming 5 years ago, but imagine not being here 5 years ago. It's crazy. I was here 5 years ago. I sure hope everyone was existing 5 years ago. That is in fact a thing. Sorry, I was gonna check my document for things to talk about. I talked about the weather, right? I talked about, oh, do you guys see that there's the Wolfie news segment. Oh, hey, you guys see this? You see that the you wouldn't steal a car advertisement used a pirated font? I saw that. It's real. They stole the font. They pirated the font, which is ironic because the ad was about not pirating things. Welcome, Delicious Smile. I'm even gonna approve it. You wouldn't steal a car font. You wouldn't steal a font. You wouldn't steal a car anti-piracy campaign may have used pirated fonts. And it is true. This is a font that's a bootleg font that someone made based on a real font. You wouldn't steal a car, yeah. But they did. They stole a font. Piracy. They pirated this. Anyway, I got nothing else to say about it, but I thought that was interesting. It was interesting enough for me to put it in my notes. And now that I've talked about it, that has used up 1 minute of content. And now I have to find something else to talk about. Unless anyone else has input. Whoa, guys, what is your favorite font? Does anyone here have a favorite font you would like to share with us? Whoa, any fans of Noto Sans? That's a font. Anyone like Inconsolata? That's my favorite monospace font. Look at this. I use this all the time in my terminals. It's so clean and nice. Big fan of Frizz Quadrata. What is that one? That was kind of nice. When would you use this though? I feel like this is not the kind of font that you would use for like just regular text. It would be like for titles and stuff, right? For proper nouns. Big text. Calibri, no, that's like one of the default fonts. It's pretty nice. Any fans of Verdana? Any Verdana fans? Any fans of Garamond? What is Garamond? I feel like Times New Roman really fell off, right? Do people still use Times New Roman? This is like the font you would have to use for like school essays, but I feel like nowadays, it's probably not. People are probably using like Helvetica, right? Helvetica? Yeah, it used to be the go-to. They would make you use Times New Roman. But nowadays, I don't know. Are people using like... What's another font? Roboto. That's a font. Serif font aren't all that common. Yeah, they really fell off. Time to code in Wingdings? No, it's just too hard code. Hardcore. I'm also going to drink some water. Hey, why am I holding this fish? Are you seeing this? Why am I holding this fish? Okay, I'm going to drink some water. Alright, I have hydrated. Congrats on the big fish. A large... Wait, I thought this fish only shows up when it's raining. How do you get that? Was it in your bucket? Did you already have it before this? It's the font they use for everything in Warcraft 3. Oh, I see. Frizz Quadrata. Pocket. You already had it? Oh, you made me think you just caught it. I was deceived. Helvetica Standard. That's a classic. Nichijou. Classic anime of all time. It's coded. It's the code of all time. The classic of all time. It's gonna be the new meta. Everyone's gonna say it's coded now. Goated. It's goated with the sauce. Alright, what else is in my notes? They're really digging for topics now. We talked about the font. We talked about oh, you know what I've been recommended a lot recently on YouTube? For some reason, I've been recommended videos about crosswords. It's like I saw like one recommended video from like the New Yorker or something about how they design crosswords, and I was like, oh, that, you know, that's an interesting one. I never really thought about this. And then I watched the video and it's like, oh, this makes, whoa, what the heck? Is that Misty from Pokemon? And then I was like, wait, that makes a lot of sense. There's like rotational symmetry, and then there's like they try to like theme things, like they anchor like long words, and then they like those long words often have like some kind of wordplay within them, and then like they put those on there, and then they have other words, and then when they have words that have hard letters to group together, they put like a blank space there, and that's how they split off things. Welcome, Nick. Did I eat it still? I ate one of them. One of the slices. The other one I did not eat. The NL crossword phase, I was there for that. Those were some times. And then I learned that there's actually there's a phrase called natick for crosswords, which is actually, it's like the name of a town in some obscure place. But then this is a term that people use for when you have a crossword intersection where both directions are like proper nouns that are a bit obscure. And so they name this. There's like a, you know, if you have like an obscure town name, and then the one across is this thing, and then the one down was some other obscure thing, and you're like, I don't know this one. That is this. That is the natick principle. And now you know. If anyone ever asks you this in trivia, you can be like, I learned this on the Wolfie stream. My knowledge has been expanded because he's willing to talk about the topics that no one is going to talk about. He was so brave for this. No one has even mentioned this obscure terminology that maybe isn't even that obscure. And do they try to avoid that principle? Because I see that a lot. Ideally, they would. I think if a crossword is well designed, they would ideally exclude that. Welcome, NanoDan. The whole pizza? No, just 2 slices. And mostly just 1 slice. See, now everyone's gonna, they're gonna miss the whole story. That's what you get when you tell the story too early in the stream. People start showing up asking about the title. And then I have to be like, oh, I should have explained this later. Now every few minutes, people come in and I have to explain it. But I won't. I will not explain it. What's I saying? Oh yeah, I also learned about cryptic crosswords. I know some people recommend doing cryptic crosswords, and like I didn't know what that meant. But since watching some YouTube videos, I'm like, I understand now, and also I don't want to do them. It's like obscure wordplay, even more so than the standard crossword. There's like a straightforward part and like a confusing part, and it's like, oh man, determine which one is which, and then if they use the word around, it's like it means like you should like flip the letters around or something, or maybe sometimes you take like the first two letters of the word. You should take the cryptic pill. I don't think so. It feels like too much thinking, too much stuff to consider. But it is interesting to see videos of people explaining like, oh yeah, the solution for this one is this, because if you take this letter and then this word implies that you should take the first letter of each word and then reverse them, because this word it says backwards in here, and then it implies this thing, and then it has re, which means to do it again, so then you say the word twice. And then I'm like, I don't understand. I watched Liquid Cake doing one a while ago. I forgot that guy streamed. I think he rated me once, and then I forgot to like follow back. But okay, yeah, they seem kind of tricky. I don't know if I would do them on my stream, but maybe some. What if on April Fool's Day I did that? No, April Fool's Day is in the past, so it doesn't make sense. I think they're more popular in the UK. Yeah, actually the video I watched did also say that. It was like comparing American crosswords to UK ones. I think cryptics were more common in the UK. And then like, you know, like the style of crossword that we've been doing mostly, like the American style one, it's like there's a lot more intersections. Like apparently in like British crossword, they're more like this. If you look at the shape of it, yeah, they're like this. There's not as many intersections, like not every word has like 5 different connections to it. They're often like this. But then like if you look at these ones, they're always like rotationally symmetric. Also, welcome Dofu, man. Look at this, they're rotationally symmetric. And the way that they make these is that they choose like a few main words to use as the anchor. They have one here, they choose the longest words first. Right, so maybe they'll choose this one and this one and this one. And then they'll start like adding the words across. And then once they hit like a strange combination of letters, they're like, I can't continue this. Then they put like a black square there. And then they do the same black square on the other side. And then they do this stuff and it's good. Have I been working out? I have been working indoors, actually. I have not been working out. Nor have I been exercising. I have not exercised in a long time. Maybe I should. Maybe it's good. Why do you ask? Is that a pun? Is this like a setup for a joke? Some kind of joke out here. This guy's joking. Working hard or hardly working? Am I right, guys? So true. So true, Wolfie. So true. That is a thing that people say sometimes. Alright, let me check my notes. What else do I we're running out of time. Do you see what's been trending? 100 men versus a gorilla, guys. Wow, he's really talking about the popular topics of today. Actually, I started taking notes on things that have been trending, because I always find it interesting to like go back to this years from now and be like, oh yeah, what was trending 5 years ago? Like this thing. So I've started noting things. Let's all fight the gorilla. I don't think so. I would not do it. But I'm sure this topic has been discussed so many times. Everyone is so tired of it. Also, you did not answer my question about why you asked about working out. What was the reason for this? You just asked a question for no reason? I'm into fitness, Pikachu. Yeah, fitness pizza in my mouth because I like eating food. Got him. Love it. Food. That's a food joke for you. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I started taking notes on trending topics. The gorilla, that's trending. And then the chatter says, you can't be saying that. You gotta it's gotta be fitness pizza, because that's the relevant thing. That's the relevant part. The pizza. What do I have in my trending thing? I started taking notes on trending things. Horse race tests, Lapwing, facial tracking. There's this one VR chat character named Lapwing that has like facial tracking, and everyone's like, whoa, facial tracking is so real, I love it, whoa, look at this. And then people draw fan art of it. It's actually just like one like 22-year-old French guy in VR chat. Pizza this, got him. I like this version. What is that? Angel pizza? Soot angel? Pizza? What's the best pizza? If you could have one pizza, what would be on the pizza? Pepperoni, perhaps? Sausage, perhaps? Pineapple? Would anyone put pineapple on their pizza? What about cheese? What about no cheese? What about left beef? None cheese, left beef. What was it? Non pizza left. What was it called? What was that meme? That one. Alright, other things that I have on my list of trending. Aura and hype moments. That's a trending thing that people say now. My favorite one is Margarita. That's also ChocoJax's favorite. She often talks about Margarita pizza being her favorite. I like that barbecue chicken pizza with white sauce. The ranch? Barbecue chicken? I feel like chicken on pizza is like a bit too heavy. I mean like literally heavy. It adds too much weight to the pizza. But then it's like, you know, sometimes I get like pizza with like pepperoni and sausage, and it's like, it's too greasy. I know some people are a fan of having like a lot of grease on their pizza. It's like, does anyone do the thing where like when they get pizza that's really greasy, you take like a napkin and then you mop up all the grease with the napkin and then you throw it away? Some people, they're just out there eating the grease, and you know, maybe that's fine, but I would not do it. I did one this weekend, chicken tenders on pizza. I have never heard of that. Barbecue chicken with jalapenos and onion. It's the best at my local spot. I feel like barbecue chicken, yeah, barbecue chicken, I think it's alright. New York pizza doesn't have the structural integrity to hold heavy toppings. Yeah, it's like hit or miss sometimes. If it's too much, it just starts like falling all over the place. Not ranch, just like a white sauce. It's like some cream and cheese and something or something. I see. Maybe I've not had it. It can't even hold its own weight. That's why you fold it. No, it depends. Depends on the place. If it's cooked correctly, it can hold its own weight. I like having pizza with mushrooms, broccoli, lots of veggies, but not olives. Broccoli. I feel like, yeah, broccoli is fine. Sometimes I feel like it's like too much though. It's too heavy for a pizza. I did that when I got a really nasty pizza last year. What was on your pizza? Was it durian and candy corn and kiwi and what else was on that pizza? And other? I don't even know. I did 12 calzones and 4 pizzas this weekend. Like you didn't eat them, right? You made them? Surely you didn't eat all those pizzas. I guess it depends on the size of the pizza. Non-pizza, well, yeah, I remember. I totally remember. You know that the inventor of non-pizza with left beef was the like producer of Young Sheldon? Some people don't know this. I made a Thai basil chicken pizza with Penang curry sauce a while ago. It was great if it even counts as pizza. I mean, I think the definition for pizza is like pretty broad. A lot of things can count as pizza. They have like dessert pizzas. They have like, I don't even know, other stuff. You know what would be cool though? Yeah, like curry on pizza sounds good. I don't think I've ever had it. But like, at what point does it stop being a pizza and start being like not a pizza? Like if you had a pizza that instead of tomato sauce had like, you know, Indian curry, and then instead of whatever meat would normally be on your pizza, it's like curry chicken or something. Like would that still be a pizza? I guess maybe, I don't know. Probably. Or would it be something? And then if the dough was like naan instead, instead of like traditional pizza dough. Yeah, and the bread is not. Like, is that still a pizza? I don't know. It was a standard pepperoni. It was just super greasy for some reason. Oh, I see. Do you just eat all the grease then? Do you like get the grease off the pizza before you eat it? Ever had clam on pizza? I don't think I've had clam on pizza, but I've definitely had seafood pizza before. And I thought it was fine. It had like shrimp. It had other things, I don't know. Welcome Namington, non-pizza. It does seem like a good idea though. My local place has pesto pizza. That's insanely good. That sounds good. The most interesting pizza I had in Italy had pistachios and ham on it. I've never heard of pistachios on a pizza. I feel like not that much food like typically has pistachios on it. Like the only thing I can really think of is like ice cream, but like that's made of pistachio rather than pistachio being on it. You make your own pesto. What is the best ingredient that goes in pesto? What makes a pesto the best pesto? Pistachio is also the best gelato flavor. I actually don't think I've ever had pistachio ice cream. Just like, I just never considered it. Just the idea of like, you know, pistachio is normally not sweet, right? But then you're telling me they made ice cream out of this thing that's not traditionally sweet? How does that even work? Pine nuts? Pistachio real Parmesan? Those are really expensive. I didn't even know that pesto had Parmesan in it. Never had pistachio ice cream, and I cannot imagine what it would be, right? I cannot imagine the flavor. Pistachio. I mean, but it is a pretty popular flavor. And why is it green? Are pistachios? Pistachio. I guess, okay, they are green. No, but like the inside, oh, okay, like the outer coating is green. But most of the inside is not green. Like, is this outer coating enough to make the whole thing green? Like, this is really green. Like, this tone makes a bit more sense. This one, perhaps. Does anyone prefer, like, any like, ice cream versus gelato? What is the preference? I don't even really know. Could imagine a pistachio mayo or some aioli or something. Some artificial pistachio. What if it was, mustache? Instead of pistachio, it's mustache. I think the coating is brown and the inside is green. What? Oh wait, yeah, I guess that would make sense. You're right, it is in fact this. Looked it up, it's a real. What's real? Pistachio mayo? What's the best pistachio related food? Food? with pistachio. It is not ice cream. Pistachio. I thought this is these nuts. Pistachio nuts. These. Got them. What does this say? Pistachio. Oh, dessert. Welcome, Carabelle. Pistachio muffins. That sounds good, actually. Pistachio bread. Pistachio cookies. But this is all like dessert, though. There's got to be stuff that's not dessert. Welcome, Wed. Thank you for the 6 months. That is many months. Jello, pistachio pineapple cake. Where's the non-dessert items? Why is it always in desserts? What is this? You can make pistachio pesto. Peach salad. Dark chocolate pistachio. Pistachio is kind of a dessert, but like, is there something about it? Because like pistachio itself is like not that sweet, right? It's like barely even, it's not even sweet at all. What about it makes it more suitable for desserts? I just don't know. Is it because it's green? Because it adds color to things? You can use any kind of nut for pesto. Pesto. What even is pesto? Basil pesto. Basil. I feel like I haven't had pesto in a while. It's very rare that I have pesto. Pesto is pretty... Pesto guacamole! What the heck? That sounds good. That sounds pretty nice. Pesto salmon. Pesto chicken. Pesto egg salad. Ooh, pesto hummus. What the... Pesto steak? Pesto rolls? What is this? It's just pesto? This isn't pesto, that's just a guy. Pesto 2 ways? Pesto palmiers? Pesto twists? Pesto pinwheels? A lot of use cases. I can't even tell. A lot of use cases for pesto. Okay, I'm going to screenshot this art. Look at this. Pesto pizza, there's pizza on the floor. What is the Matrix? How did the Matrix come on? Did I talk about the Matrix? Is that a thing that happened? The Matrix. Very nice. I like the details on this thing. Matrix never came up. I was just thinking about it. Okay. I like the sunglasses. Very nice. The good effect on the bullets. And the guy right here, this guy right here with the gun. The pizza. Pesto ice cream. Fun fact is that pistachio got very popular in Brazil last year because the US produced a lot of it. And opened an office to promote it here. Now everything is pistachio. Man, that's America for you. America, that's globalization, exporting pistachio. Now everyone's addicted to it. Wow. Really says a lot about the world. What else? What was I talking about? I don't even know. Games. Let me check my notes. Trending topics. Pizza. I talked about pizza. Welcome, Frosty Klondike. Gotta go have fun with pistachios. Thanks for stopping by, Guacamigo. I hope your day is well. Oh, I saw a Hatsune Miku cosplayer. I didn't even mention this. I forgot about this. Last week on Thursday, I was outside, and then I just saw a Hatsune Miku cosplayer. And that's it. That's the whole story. There's not even like a convention or anything that I'm aware of. They were just walking around on the street, and I was like, oh, that's Miku. And then I just continued walking. So there's that. And then you go like, oh, that's an interesting story, Wolfie. Any more details? Nope, that's it. That's the entire story. Wow. Really riveting content here. You ever see that like in public? You ever just see someone like dress up as a character you recognize and you go like, oh, what the, that's the guy from series that I know. What do you do? Like, do you go up to them and be like, oh, sorry, are you this character? Can I like take a photo? Don't normally see cosplayers. Or do you just continue walking? Because like I always just keep walking. Miku outside. Well, Miku from Fortnite. Imagine if I had said, "Yo, are you the Fortnite?" is that the Fortnite character? Whoa, that's crazy. I wonder how they would have responded. Florida has that. If they're close enough, I might. Have you though? Have you seen it? If it's across the street or something, no way. That is true. It is possible. I actually don't think I've seen a cosplayer in person ever. I mean, I guess it depends where you live. If you live in a place that does not normally have people dressing up and stuff. Wait, like not even on Halloween? So, you know, people dress up as like, you know, not scary things on Halloween. But then I guess the argument is like, is it cosplay if it's Halloween? I would say if it's not like the usual Halloween thing, like some kind of... I don't even know what I'm saying. If it's like a character from media that is not like... I don't know what I'm saying. It's Halloween, I guess. How do I describe it? It's like if I see someone wearing like a Spider-Man outfit on Halloween, I would not necessarily call that cosplay. But if someone was wearing like... I don't know, like Pomni from the Digital Circus or whatever, I'd be like, that's cosplay. If it was like Hatsune Miku, I'd be like, that's cosplay. But if it was like, you know, Wolverine, I'd be like, I don't know if this would be cosplay. It's just like a thing that people wear on Halloween. Any outfit on Halloween is an outfit. Yeah, but then when is it cosplay? What if someone was like Genshin? Would that be cosplay? I don't know. Is it if it's like from non-Western media or something? I don't know. Saw a broken tree limb outside. What did you do about it? Did you kick it? Did you pick it up? See, unless it's a cool cosplay, then I'll yell and say I like it. Hey, good, nice cosplay. That's great. It looks great. I don't think I've seen an anime character Halloween costume except the time I was 5 and dressed as Pikachu. I guess Pikachu would count as anime, I guess. That is true. I feel like when I think about like anime cosplay, it's like not Pokemon. You know, Pokemon's also, it's like a game as well. Zeb. Is this Zeb underscore 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 underscore? Or is this some random person who happens to be named Zeb? You gotta show yourself. In the chat. If this is the Zeb that I'm aware of that has many underscores, I will allow you in the chat. In the lobby even. If it is just some random Zeb who happened to find this stream, then I will not allow you to join. It is you. Okay. Then you can join. I think cosplay is a Japanese term, so if it's Halloween, it doesn't count because it's American. No, but that's like, you know, it doesn't have to be Japanese media to be cosplay, necessarily. Halloween parties have a weeb stuff now. It's about the vibe. Yeah, that's like trying to quantify like what counts as cosplay versus just like a regular costume. It's like I feel like a lot of like Western superhero stuff, if I saw that on Halloween, I would not necessarily say it's cosplay. Even though it like kind of is though. If someone was just dressing up as like a skeleton, right? I don't know if I would say that would be cosplay. If someone was just like a zombie. Oh man, guys, think about how many chicken jockey costumes there's gonna be next Halloween. Have you thought about this? There's gonna be a lot of people dressing up as chicken jockey. What if trolls tried to pretend they were a regular chatter just to troll? But then they would show themselves in the chat and then I would know it's them or not. Cosplay has to be a specific character. Does it though? Like if someone were to dress up as like a stormtrooper, like that's not a specific stormtrooper. It's just like, well, I guess that is like a specific like archetype of character from media. And I guess like zombies are generic enough that it's just like anything. But then if it was Sans Undertale though, would that be cosplay? I think that would be cosplay. What if they pose as someone else? Well, then their trust would be betrayed. Then I'd be like, I can't believe you would lie to me like that. Minecraft Steve Stormtrooper. Exactly. Chicken jockey. They're gonna have like, you know, like when people dress up as like they have the costume where it's like they have like the legs of another creature and then like the head is sticking out as part of the outfit and then they're like above it and then wait, it's like that one Fortnite thing. Fortnite llama what's that one skin? Fortnite llama skin? It's the one where like the guy is like on the llama. No. This one. Like these ones. It would be like if someone had like chicken jockey and then they were like, you know, the jockey and then their costume was like the chicken. The Mario Yoshi costume, so true, so true. It's like this. There's gonna be so many chicken jockeys. Welcome props on Jack. Floor pizza. Guys, am I right guys? Chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. Chicken pizza. Any fans of chicken? What's everyone's favorite chicken? Chicken based dish. Any fans of chicken based dishes? Chicken parm perhaps? Chicken on pizza? Chicken pad thai? Pad thai is pretty good. I'm more of a fan of pad cu. But you know, pad thai also pretty good. Subby pizza. What about chicken bolognese? What even is bolognese? I don't even know. Bolognese sauce. What even is that? It's like a beef thing. Some kind of pork. I don't even know. Chicken cacciatore. I don't even know what that is. What is that? I don't know what this is, but it does look good. It's like a tomato thing. Bolognese got him. Chicken katsu, exactly. Chicken katsu, pretty good. Chicken taco. Chicken meatball. I don't think I've ever seen chicken meatball. Oh wait, no, that's not true. That's tsukune, right? it's literally that's what this is. I know. Chicken Japan. Chicken comma Japan. It's like with tomato sauce and kind of spicy, mushrooms, peppers, etc. It looks good. It looks pretty nice. Beefy pasta sauce. A lot of good food out there. A lot of good chicken based food. What about fried chicken? Fried chicken's pretty good. Baked chicken. Pretty good. Chicken, pretty versatile. You can have many varieties of preparation of chicken. Forgot fried chicken existed, right? It's like so common. Korean fried chicken even, that's a good one. I'm jealous of people who have access to all these different cultures' foods. Yes. That's globalization. When the food is good. When the food is good. Do you live in a place that doesn't have... I guess, assuming based on your comment, that you do not live in a place that has that. That's why I live, you know, living in a big city. You got access to many different cultures. You could just be like, I'm craving some Japanese food. You go down the block and there's like Japanese food. And then you can have, you know, some pasta. You could have some tacos, maybe. Chicken fried this. You're telling me a chicken fried this steak? Chicken fried steak. It's like, why is it called chicken fried steak? It doesn't have any chicken in it, right? It's like the way that they would fry chicken, but then instead it's steak. It doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? Does it have chicken in it? Why is it called chicken fried steak? Why chicken fried steak? Why is it called chicken fried steak if it's made with beef? It's like a Jerry Seinfeld joke. Nix, Vanessa, Nix, Anthony. It's because it's fried with a chicken style. What is chicken fried steak? I would have to go out of my way to find it, but it's probably around. I just can't be sure if I'm getting a good example of the real dish. Now you're getting into like whether things are authentic. You're like, this thing, well, you know, this can't be authentic. It's a fusion restaurant. This can't be authentic. They don't. This person isn't even, you know, qualified for this. I don't know. Maybe, you know, maybe some of the best Japanese food is in. Was it Peru? What is it? Brazil? Does Brazil have like the most Japanese people outside of Japan or something? There's situations, you know. It's fried in a chicken style, but I don't know what you would call chicken fried in that style. Fried chicken. Chicken fried chicken. Chicken fried steak. That's not very nice of chicken. Yeah, why would they do that? Chicken fried steak, that's what steak gets for those Chick-fil-A ads. No, the steak, it's not the cows, it's the steak. What if, I was trying to make a joke, because you know how steak, like the thing you use to kill vampires, sounds like steak, the food. How do you get Dracula to, how do you, guys, trick, how would you then trick Dracula into, you know, it doesn't make sense. Chicken fried steak. Okay, so that's classic one. Chicken steak. My mistake, you fell for my trap. What? Trap card. We used to get chicken fried steak for school lunches sometimes, even with low quality food. Those were good days. What, you had chicken fried steak in school? Was this like... That sounds really nice. I don't think we ever had that. That sounds good. Chicken fried steak. Does anyone have like a favorite school lunch? Like when you were in school, I was gonna say public school, but not all of you may have been in public school, but I was. Was there always like any specific school lunch dish that you actually enjoyed? It's like, I feel like at my schools that had, you know, those cafeteria school lunches provided by the city, very rarely would they have tacos. There would be like one day every few months where they would have hard shell tacos and like some beef, and then like that was always a highlight, and everyone's like, whoa, they got tacos today? It's crazy. It was a public school, but that was the most memorable. Chicken fried steak, what the heck, man? But yeah, tacos were nice. I have this one specific story where like we had like a field trip once where we like went to a supermarket, which is a very strange field trip now that I think about it. We had a field trip where like we were gonna like make hot dogs or something, and then like the field trip was that the teachers would take us to the supermarket and then we would like pick up all the ingredients we needed, and then they would like check out and we would go back to the school and make the hot dogs. And everyone was like, oh, that's so cool, you know, this is better than our normal school lunch. But then when we got back, we found out that the school lunch for that day was tacos, so we missed taco day. Everyone was like, what the heck, man, they had tacos? Bro, I wish we had tacos instead. And there was like one kid that could not make it on the trip, and he was like in school, and he was like, oh, actually, yeah, we had tacos. I'm like, what the heck, man, everyone was so jealous. It sounds like a fun field trip. I think it was pretty fun. But now that I think back on it, it must be so annoying for like the people working in the supermarket, right? Imagine you just like, you're working in the supermarket, and then all of a sudden there's like, you know, 20 to 30 like kids just like in the store grabbing stuff, being loud as kids, you know, they're so loud. You're like, okay, I could see how that could be annoying. I didn't think about this until very recently. I was like, that was an interesting trip. You don't normally see that kind of stuff. Let's see, we had one with corn, mashed potatoes, and gravy. The chicken was more like whole nuggets. Corn, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Chicken fried steak. Hold on, I gotta check. School lunch. Chicken fried steak. Did it look like this? Did it look like this? Is it like this? Oh, this is a sad looking plate. It looked like this. I guess it kind of just looks like a chicken patty that they would have in like a chicken burger. But white gravy. I like this one. I like this one. Chicken patty, so true. Why are the green beans always so sad? Yeah, the vegetables in school lunch always look really sad for some reason. It's like the way that they like steam them. Just like is weird. I've talked about this before, but like, you know, as a kid, I always enjoyed eating broccoli as a kid. I don't know why I said as a kid twice. I always enjoyed eating broccoli as a kid. And then it always was weird to me that in cartoons, the characters would all be like, oh, I hate broccoli. This broccoli is freaking gross. And then like I was like, broccoli is like one of the best vegetables. And then like I went to school and then I was like, oh, okay, if this is the kind of broccoli they're eating, I can see why they don't like it. Because it's like weird, like it's weird and soggy. It's like steamed weirdly. I don't know. Very strange. Namington said, I never ate during lunch at school. It may have contributed to my poor school performance. Were you hungry all day? You gotta be eating food, man. We often had rice with couscous. I don't even really know what couscous is. It's like one of those foods that I've heard of. I don't know if I've had it. They were super thin steak slices. I wasn't complaining. You know, it is food. It is fried food after all. Main thing was nacho burrito. Yo, nachos at school though? I don't know if we had that. I don't remember ever having nachos at school. Burritos. Roasted veggies. I was too self-conscious to eat at school. What? What do you mean? Everyone was eating. It's weird how in Japanese shows they have to change the gross food kids don't like from broccoli to bell peppers. Bell peppers are good. Yeah, I don't get the Japanese dislike in cartoons for bell peppers. I don't get it. You know one thing that they had in school lunch? They had like the little like ice cream cups. These ones. Remember these? These were always great. Back in the day when they had these, you're like, yo, what the? They got the ice cream, and then they had like the little wooden spoon. This, yeah, this wooden spoon. Anyone remember this? Anyone know I don't see names in game? I don't know that. I don't know why that happens. It's a thing that happens sometimes, and they will never fix it because web fishing is dead. Red peppers are really good, especially uncooked. Yeah, peppers. I'm a fan of peppers. We never had ice cream at school, but I like those Haagen-Dazs with the wood spoons. Yeah, this was always a highlight at school. They also had like the other like... They also had this, but they had the one that was like kind of like, oh yeah, these ones. I was literally going to talk about these. Anyone have these? It's like, I don't even know how to describe this shape. It's like a triangular prism or something. Not even, what is this shape called? It's like this, and then you like open this thing here, and then just all the juice comes out, and you drink it. And then they have the, it's not a funnel. It's like, it's triangular kind of. This image makes it look like it's just like this, but it's got like, it goes this way as well. I remember that style of package, but not specifically these. Yeah, it wasn't specifically these, but it was like a very similar thing. Those were also alright. Wait, did anyone have like, it was like these, except it was like peach cobbler or something? Not peach cobbler, it's like peach in this kind of container, and it was always like really hard. It was like frozen, rock solid. I guess it's kind of like this one. But I never was able to eat it. Conical, but they're also not cones though. Like what kind of, I don't know how to describe this shape. You have to like see it in 3D to know. It's like this. It's like if I were to draw the shape, it'd be like, you know, front view looks like this, and then this doesn't make sense. Never mind, I can't draw it. It's like a weird shape. Oh, whatever. I remember those, and it was good. And then we had like the school lunch pizza that was like really long. Not these. We didn't have pizza like this. We had pizza that was like... okay, sometimes we had this pizza. I thought, you know, when we had this pizza, it was alright. But I feel like often we had like the small circular pizzas. Is this Windows 95 Paint? This is JS Paint, which I believe is based on Windows 95 Paint. Like a Hot Pocket Twisted. Yeah, if you took like a... Oh, we had this. It's like if you took like a rectangle and you turned it. You twisted it. But then like the bottom part stayed in place. We had this pizza sometimes. We had what's it called? Long pizza. Pizza long is not this. It's like very long pizza. I don't even know how to describe it. It seems like none of this matches what my experience was. Pizza days at my elementary school featured those large rectangular pizzas. These ones. This is like Elio style pizza, right? What the heck is this? There's a lot of cheese on that pizza. Long man. There's not even these. I can't find it. None of they don't have the specific pizza I'm thinking of. It was kind of similar to this, but like not like this doesn't look good, but it looked less good than this. They weren't that cheesy. Oh, it's kind of wait, it's like this. It's like this, except if it was like the entire one. This one was like cut in half or something. It was like, did anyone have this? I had this. Oh, yo, tater tots. Tater tots were goated. Would always look forward to those. Pizza. I never had this. What is this? Cheese sticks? Did not exist. We did not have those. Looks like bread converted into pizza. That's pretty much what it was. Basically it. Yeah, what were some other common school lunches? What are some classic school lunch? School lunch. I don't think they had this one. It's kind of like this. Well, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, my favorite was definitely the tacos. The other stuff was very forgettable. What the frick? This looks so sad. Wait, we've definitely had a stream where I did exactly this. I would just look up images of school lunch and be like, oh guys, remember this? Well, remember this thing? I wonder if I can find the exact stream. Was this like after I started taking notes? School lunch. I did, when this was, wait, 2023, November 22nd, school lunches. Can I like find the VOD? Can I react to my own VOD? Hold on. Videos. What if I just search school lunch? You think it'll come up? No, this is my Japan trip. This was before even. Well, I don't know. I can't find it. Oh, what was that website? Philmont. If I search Wolfington. School lunch. School lunch? School? Holocure stream talked about school lunch for some reason. Fishing stream makes sense. Let's see, this one was specifically on 2023 November. 2023 November. That Wolfie specific search site went down. Yeah, that was hosted by someone who maybe did not want to host it anymore. I'm sure it costs a lot of money to, I don't know, database or something. Wait, this doesn't show up. Where is it? Automatic subtitles? Manual subtitles? No. Alright, well, it's there somewhere. We don't need to find the VOD. Anyway, what's the deal with lunches, guys? What do you all have for lunch today? I had leftover pizza, as I mentioned. I've talked about this. It dropped on the floor, and then I ate one of them that dropped on the floor partially, but not entirely. And then what? That's it. That's pretty much it. I had a salad yesterday. Caesar salad at work. It was pretty good. Had some croutons on that Caesar salad. Had some Caesar dressing. And I had a good time. I enjoyed that salad. I used to not enjoy salads, but now that I'm older and have tried more salads, I do enjoy salads. Wow. Really insightful commentary. This is what we tune into the Wolfie streams for the salads. Chicken and rice burrito that I made with green habanero sauce that I made last night and left out overnight. Iron stomach. Think of all the germs. Think of all the germs. Do you all ever like leave egg products in the fridge? There's like a thing that like I feel like my family always says is that if you have a dish that is like primarily composed of egg, you should not leave it overnight in the fridge because like it goes bad. Is that true necessarily? It's like it's always specifically about egg. Like if you have like an omelet or something, they're always like, you gotta eat that before. Never heard, right? Is that, I don't know, I was always like, is that real? Or did they just think this? All you gotta do to enjoy a salad is put enough unhealthy stuff in it. Yeah, the dressing. The Caesar dressing. Chicken. The salad. My family doesn't do that, right? I don't know. It's like if you have like, you know, like an egg tart or something. They're always like, don't leave it overnight. Does egg refrigerate badly compared to other foods? Do eggs go bad if not refrigerated? No, I mean like egg dishes. This is about eggs specific. I mean like egg dishes. Egg dishes. Do egg dishes refrigerate badly? They're just talking about like raw eggs. I mean like cooked eggs. Do cooked eggs refrigerate badly? I've done it many times, but you know I eat food I leave out overnight. It can't be good for you. How long do cooked eggs last? How long do cooked eggs last in the fridge? Explained in all caps. Hashtag eggs, hashtag expiration. Do cooked eggs go bad? Do eggs go bad in the fridge? Imagine cracking an egg onto a plate and putting it into the refrigerator. Well, that's clearly different. The main issue I could see with leaving eggs overnight would be the fact that egg yolks harden onto dishes. Yeah, but it's like, it's not that they go bad specifically. Technically, no. Okay, this is if they're meat. Because if this is imperative, you do your best to keep your eggs preserved. Cookie dough in the fridge. Eggs will eventually go bad. Well, yeah, but like... Okay, so maybe this is not real. Maybe this is not real. Oh, whatever. I mean, I guess it is still good, you know, if you can eat it before you put it in the fridge overnight, if possible. I don't know. It's a thing that happens. Anyway. Good times. Good times talking about food safety here on the Wolfie channel. Tune into the stream, you think, I can't wait until he talks about how safe it is to eat this food that's been on the floor. Can't wait to see what he thinks about how gloves are dirty compared to just washing your hands. A topic that he has discussed many times before. Oh, here's a thing that I forgot to mention. I found out apparently we have Friday off. We as in my company, but like probably not you. So I'm like, maybe I can stream like a little bit early on Friday. That is a possibility. Maybe like an hour early. Possible that I may stream early. But then it's like, you know, it's a game dev stream though. Do I want to stream like 4 hours of game dev? 4 or 5 hours possibly even. It's a lot of game dev. It's a lot of stuff to stream. I don't know, but I might go live a little bit early. Possibly. And that's it. And that's all. I feel like I've not been paying attention to the game at all. Not even been fishing. I thought there was some holiday. No, it's like a company specific thing. Like every once in a while they just give us like a random day off. And they're like, here you go. Here's like a day off. I think it's usually because it coincides with some holiday that is not a US holiday, because we do have employees that work in other countries. Oh, is it because it's May Day or something? Is that the thing? May Day, yeah, it's probably to coincide with or to coincide with like some European holidays, because I know they have like a May Day or like Labor Day or something. If you have like an international company, sometimes, you know, you got people that take specific days off because, you know, it's a holiday in their country, but it's not in the US, and then they're like, okay, well, to standardize it, maybe we just give, you know, everyone this holiday off. I don't know. Red Misfit, I don't even know who that is. You will have to show yourself, and I probably will say no because I don't know you. Okay, 2 people joining. Ryan Florian is back. You should already know. You cannot be here. But maybe if you stick around for many streams. Welcome, Red. Real Red Misfit. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not letting strangers in the lobby. Mostly because I've had bad times with people hacking. Welcome, Hamflo. Can't have that. You can't have people be hacking or drawing weird stuff. Welcome back, that guy, us. Back from food. What food did you have? I can be here. You are here in spirit and also in the chat, but not necessarily in the game. Because I still don't know you yet. You could be just a very determined hacker or someone who's going to draw strange things. You don't know yet. You gotta establish some reputation, you know? You gotta have some amount of trust in the community. A hacker would never use his full name. Exactly. It'd be so you could use someone else's name. That's exactly what it is. You make me think that this is your real name. But what if it's someone else? What if it's not even your real name? Do you have like a driver's license you can post? You post your social security number in the chat. Actually, don't actually do it. Wolfie W. Watson? Watson? Wolfington. It's Wolfie Wolfington. You should know this by now. You're more sus every post. Right? Yet you're like, you can trust me. You can totally trust me. I'm definitely a trustworthy guy. I would never betray the streamer's trust. I would never draw strange things in the chat room. I will. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to stick around for way longer. What if you were here for like 3 streams, and not only web fishing streams, you're gonna have to like establish yourself. Welcome, Altscop. Thank you for the 2 months of subscribing. Hope you were doing well on this day. This day that is Wednesday. Wednesday 30th of April, the last Wednesday of all time ever to ever happen. I'm just fishing. Oh wait, I should have drank some water. I'm 3 minutes late to drinking water. I can't believe this. After I catch this fish, I'm gonna drink some water. And that will be right now. It's gonna be right now. Alright, I'm hydrated. I just want to draw. That makes it even more suspicious that you would join this to draw and not to fish. And someone would be joining that. There's Namaya. I know Namaya. Welcome. I can trust that guy. He's been here. Yeah, I don't know. I remember there was like one time, like I was in a chat and someone's first message was like, I was banned in someone else's chat, so I'm here now. Like, why would they say that? Why would someone's first message be that they were banned in someone else's chat and that they're here now? Exactly. That's like the most sus thing you can say. Can't believe this. When I join a chat, I just send emotes. I'm just spamming emotes half the time. Now you're banned in another person's chat. When someone just joins the chat and asks strange questions. And they ask many, many questions. I think there was someone in ChocoJax's chat the other day. It was like they weren't following, and then I think it was their first message, and then they just like asked a bunch of questions, and then they just said a bunch of like weird stuff. Like, man, what's the deal? What's the deal? Not to imply that you were saying it, like, you have been acting very normal so far. However, other people not necessarily, you know. Join the chat, they'll just ask, like what's your... I remember at least one guy like that. There's probably been many people like that. It's hard to tell who the weird chatters are in Choco Chat though, that's the norm. There are some strange chatters, that is true. And the things that guy said are beyond ban-worthy. The guy from yesterday? Yeah, I definitely think so. I think maybe just no one saw their messages or chose to ignore them. I'm like, did he really say that? He sure did. I think that's probably the best way to deal with it. It's just if no one responds to their messages, because obviously they join to get reactions from people. They say weird stuff and then they're like, the streamer's gonna say this is weird, or like another chatter's gonna like say Krongo or whatever. But then like literally no one reacted and I was like, oh, okay. Like I also didn't react. I'm like, did he really just say that? It's not there yesterday, must be talking about someone else. It could even be the same guy, I don't know. But surely there were many people who fit that description. Imagine being a chatter. Imagine sending things in a chat that aren't just emotes. Could not be me. Like 90% of my messages are just emotes. Like dance emotes, or like, you know, cheering emotes, or like laughing emotes. Can we do a chat audit of me at naudit.com? Can we look at my recent messages? We could do this every week. You can find out exactly what I've been posting in NL chat. Mostly emotes. Choco J point. Vacuo read. So true. Hamflow 3 cereal. Choco J I can't. A list thing. Hamflow 3 cereal. Choco J no way. Oh. Welcome, Essie. You can do that? Yeah, there's specifically for Northern Lions chat. I remember Wolfie saying a few words or even a sentence rarely. It's happened. What was the last sentence I said? Vacuo spin, Vacuo read, Choco J I can't, Ellis waiting, Mooney stare. Froggy noted. Frog, just a regular old frog. This is for, you can tell this is during connections. Glorp, Choco J can't, all this, oh no, okay, when was my last time? Oh, Yatai's Ballager. This is when he's playing the Cats with Dice game. That's the thing that happened. Let's see, actually true, I only see Wolfie post emotes in other chats, and I see Wolfie in a lot of chats. I am in many chats. You know who else is in many chats? Classic Carabelle. You watch a lot of the same streamers. NL chat is like saying I can't 5 times. I don't use the 7TV or better Twitch TV emotes. I always use Choco J I can because that's the one that I have. He treasures his post. Not everything is worthy of a whole word. Exactly. I was like seeing Wolfie say sentences in another chat. What's an example? Do I say things in chats? I like watching librarian clips and seeing you send an emote. Actually, the other day I saw like there was like a channel that does the channel that I was talking about was like Ari at home. This is like the guy who goes out in public and just like makes songs for people. He's actually live right now. I was like watching one of the VODs and then like I saw like briefly like in the corner like an emote that I recognize and I was, wait a second. I know that emote. That it's like it's not even from like a well-known channel. I'm like, what the heck? I'm subscribed to that channel. And I have to like pause and screenshot and be like, yo, wait a second, I know that guy. It's always cool seeing like chatters you recognize in like other chats. Like, wait a second, this is what else they watch when they're not watching the other streamer that I know them from. Okay, this is a sentence. Choco J speak, let them cook. I forgot what he was talking about. It's probably literally about cooking, I would assume, probably. Yeah, a lot of say this is connections. So true. Oh worm. That's a sentence that I said. Oh worm. F. Me when I watch Karagi. What do you post in Karagi chat? Ulted. Vacuole clap. Ulted. Is there a way to like filter emotes? Reset filter. Update stats. Ready goose. Let her cook. I don't really say that. Let her cook. I've been saying that more recently. There's something funny about it. Oh, they also have stats on when you do +2 and -2 in his chat. You see, oh, I've only given 3 -2s. What one was? Did he make like a really bad joke? They have stats for average messages per day. First message 2018. They have most active hours. Active day. You can tell that I'm not watching Northern Line when I'm at work. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays are when I'm like in the office and I'm not watching the streams. It has gone down since I had to start working from the office. Message length 11 characters, median minimum 1 character. Time between messages. I mean, this includes times when he's not streaming, so it's a bit weird. 8 hours between messages? I don't think so. Let's see, I get a little embarrassed to chat when I recognize cross chatters like, oh no, they're gonna notice me. I think it's fine. Then they can be like, whoa, what if they don't even notice you, huh? What, you know, people are so concerned what other people think about them. What if they don't even care? What if they're like, okay, this person's here, whatever. What if they're like, oh, Wolfie's here? Oh, of course he'd be here, this freaking guy. Of course he'd be in this chat. Of course he watches this streamer. Can't believe this. Have you ever been surprised when you see someone in the chat, you're like, what the heck? This guy watches this stream? What a weirdo. Like, you know, I'm here as well, but clearly I'm not weird. This guy's weird. Telling me this guy's saying weird stuff in this other chat. Can't believe it. I post sentences in some chats. I feel like the chats that I post the most like non-emote sentences in, probably Hamflow's chat. I feel like often I'm like saying like actual things in Hamflow chat. Although most streams I'm just like, mostly I just like leave streams on in the background. I'm like hardly ever chatting usually. Let's see, I remember I followed some streamer and my name popped up on screen and Michael Hunt was in the chat and he said, oh hey, X-Tag, and I was not prepared for that. I do sometimes get greeted in other chats. And I kind of feel like I feel like when I post a waving emote to some like another chatter, it feels like I'm like detracting from the chat experience, if you know what I mean. It's like I'm posting something that's specifically for me and it's like not related to like what the streamer's doing. I'm like, I feel bad for it. Although I know that people probably don't care. Like people do it all the time, but I'm like, is me responding to the hello going to like distract the streamer? I don't know. I see Mike Armpit posting in random chats. Oh, that Michael. Classic Michael behavior. There's different chat types. There are some where tons of people say hi to each other. Yeah, NanoDan's chat, a lot of people say hi to each other. And then I will respond with hi. Saying hi is fine. I think it depends on the chat though. If it's like a really big chat with like a lot of very active chatters, I'm like, well then maybe it doesn't matter because then your hi will just be drowned out. But then it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I see people like saying hi to each other in NL's chat. There's like a guy named Yao Ming or something, which is like a Chibli viewer, and then the other guy's just like, hi Yao Ming. I'm like, I see that all the time. Sometimes other chatters say hi to me and I'm cool with it, but I feel a response to that would be too much. Exactly. I'm fine with people saying hi to me, but I feel bad when I say hi. But then like sometimes I ignore the hi and then I feel bad. So I'm like, okay, what if they wanted me to greet them and, you know, they're not even there? It's fine if the streamer is in the know. Possibly true. Professional basketball player. Exactly. The real Yao Ming is watching Northern Lions stream. What about... What are some other strange situations? Are you ever in a chat and you find yourself in a strange situation as a chatter? You're like, well, if you give me an example, I don't know. I can't think of one. But you can think of one. I don't usually greet people, but if it's a regular from somewhere else that I spot in foreign lands, I hit them with a wave or flower or something from our homeland. Oh yeah, that also happens. When you see like a a chatter using an emote from a stream that you recognize. Hey, what the heck? The hair is glowing. This is a good art. Wait, who drew this? Was that you? Was it X-Tag? Was this you or was it someone else? This is exactly like my likeness. It's literally me. It's not you who drew this. Not my. Good job. This is nice. It's very nice. I'm gonna wait until it turns red and then screenshot. Whoa, dude. Okay, that's close enough. When you see a VTuber viewer in a FlashTuber chat, does that happen to you? Oh, okay, Northern Line. Yeah, sometimes I see... I know people talk about how like they see me using emotes in NL's chat, but like sometimes I see other people that I recognize. Like I've seen Big Ham in Northern Line's chat. I've seen Matthias as well. Once or twice. I'm like kind of surprised when I see like VTuber viewers watching facecam streamers. I'm like, man, I thought they would mostly just stick to watching VTubers. Wow. I don't know. One time I got a somewhat odd whisper from another chatter. What did they say? Were they like, I've seen you, I know you from this other chat. What the, this guy is in this chat as well? That's crazy. It's like sometimes in a big chat, I'll post an emote, like an Alice emote or like a Mooney emote, and then someone in the chat, like who is subscribed to them, immediately after, once they see me post the emote, they post like another emote from the same streamer. I'm like, I see you. I know we're subscribed to the same people. It's like when you're in public and like you notice someone and you're like, wait, I noticed. You do the head nod, like the sup nod. Like I acknowledge you, and that's it. Me watching a human, HC Justin, Alice nodding. I got a weird situation. I'm in two chats, but one chat has a regular who I know is banned from the other chat. So in the chat he's not banned from, I feel like it might be rude to post emotes from the chat he's banned from. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I don't know if you sure. I just don't know. I could see how that would be weird. Because then they're like, oh, they're mocking me. I'm banned from this chat. They're using emotes from this channel that I'm banned from. But I've never had to encounter that. A little wink and nod, exactly. If it was a deserved ban, it shouldn't be any of your concern. That is also true. Like, I feel like they should just deal with it. They shouldn't have gotten banned then. I don't know. Anyway, it's life as a chatter. That kind of happened to me. I chat with the guy who got banned from Clavi's Discord. He was like, oh, I missed those emotes. Well, that's their problem. There should be a Wolf's tip hat emote for that situation. Should be Wolf's, I acknowledge that you are also subscribed to Wolfie. Use this emote when you see another Wolfie chatter in the wild. I think Alice has an emote for this. Alice subs? No, never mind. Maybe that's It's a better 7 TV emote. That's not even a thing. 7 TV. You know, there's emotes. Emotes are out there existing. What are some other weird chat situations you find yourself in? Welcome, Zoli. What about a situation where, I don't know. There's gotta be some chatter interactions in other streams. Me when I post emote and then I get banned. Wait, I heard like some people don't like when you use emotes from other channels in their channel. I feel like I've only heard other people describe this and I've never experienced it myself. But some people are like, I was in a chat the other day and the streamer did not like me using other channels' emotes in their chat, and I thought this was weird. Anyone else think this was weird? It was like a Twitter thread, and then everyone's like, that is so weird that they think it's weird. It's literally a part of Twitch. That's like, that's what Twitch is for. That's why people like using Twitch, because you can use emotes from other channels. Right, isn't that strange? That is a thing. I've thankfully never encountered it, but I have been in some chats where like, the vibe is that they only use the emotes from the streamer. It's like, I don't think they had a rule specifically that's like, don't use emotes from other streamers. But then like everyone was, I don't know, I just did not see anyone else using other emotes. So it felt weird. I got banned in a chat I never went to. I think there was a misunderstanding about what I said in what? Getting banned for your activity in other chats? That's crazy. Better 7 TV? Yeah, better 7 TV. YouTube streamers who go to Twitch chat be like, I can't believe you would, there's so much emote spam on Twitch. I hate Twitch. The emotes are so weird over there. Seems like YouTube culture seeping into Twitch. Maybe that's what it is. Cause like, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that stream mostly on YouTube. And then when they have to go on Twitch, they're like, what the heck, man? Telling me people can use other emotes? Not even approved by the streamer. That's crazy. It shocked me when I realized I can't use sub YouTube emotes in other people's chats. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I like Twitch's system where you can use other, but I can see why it would be a thing on YouTube, because it's like, you know, it is, you know, specific to your channel. Your channel has its own identity. YouTube channels are pretty isolated mostly. There's random competitiveness among people sometimes. Among? Literally the source of recent drama. We did talk about this briefly. Different platform. You're telling me the Twitch has different rules. Raids as well. Just a different culture, you know? I have some people that like just hate Twitch. They're like, man, I hate when streamer streams on Twitch instead of YouTube. It's so weird over there. The vibes are totally off, and the raids, they're bad. I hate the concept of raids. I'm like, what the heck? YouTube should just have a setting for the streamer to enable disable other channel emotes. That is true, they could do that. Now, I think part of the issue is that, like, on YouTube, the emotes are, like, prefixed to be specific to the channel. It's not like on Twitch where, like, streamers have their own emote prefix, like mine is Walfa's. They're non-global. So it doesn't make sense. But I don't know, I guess there could be workarounds. Anyway, that's YouTube. I mean, one thing that I do like about YouTube that I wish they would have on Twitch is the ability to have your subscriptions be cheaper, right? Like on Twitch, your subs have to be like $5.99 USD or whatever, and you can't really change that. On YouTube, you can set them to like $1 if you want. I would do that. Wait, is that actually coming? You can discount that? Okay, then I would definitely do that then. I don't care about the money, like it's barely any money. If I could make my subscriptions like $1, I would do it. I would even do it for free, but like you can't do that, unfortunately. Yeah, cheaper wolf subs, exactly. Welcome Oregon. It's only $2 where I'm from. That's another thing people can do. They can just like use a VPN to some other country and then have it be cheaper. I always felt it was weird that YouTube channel emotes even need a prefix. The underscore. yeah, they have like an underscore. Thank you, Essie, for the 14 months. That is many months. Knowing that YouTube chat is just a massive JSON list, I would not be surprised that emotes are made with glue and duct tape. Yeah, a lot of YouTube live streaming feels like it's not well thought out. There's something about it. The way they implement a lot of features. They also don't have like they don't have animated emotes, which is like one of the best parts of Twitch. I like the direct credit on the emote. Wolf is dance created by Karagi. Exactly. This was added before the attribution system existed. Anyway, there's a lot of things to think about. There's a hypothesis that YouTube doesn't want to do streaming because it's expensive, but they have to have it. Do they have to have it though? I guess yeah, because like if they don't have it, a lot of people would just be streaming on other websites. It's possible. Also, like YouTube does not support VODs longer than 12 hours or something. It's like every time someone does a subathon, they have to be like, "Oh, guys, I have to like cut off the VOD because 12 hours is coming up." They make a new stream, and everyone has to go to the new stream. Lack of cool interactive chat feature. Oh yeah, they don't have like channel points and other stuff. Channel points are cool. I mean, like, I don't do anything cool with channel points on my channel, but you know, it is a nice thing that people have in other streams. A lot of things that are nice. Yeah, dabbing, gambling. True, we have gambling on Twitch, but not in all countries. In some countries, you're not allowed to use Twitch channel point betting because it's illegal to gamble in those countries. It's real. It is a real thing that exists. They have the AI that reads chat gets things wrong. That is true. You go into a chat and then it's like, oh, the chat is talking about how much the streamer hates them and how they wish they would die. You're like, no, it's just an inside joke. Come on. They don't understand it's a joke. I gambled all my 250k points on a channel the other day and won. That was fun. A lot of times when I gamble, I just don't win. And then I stop gambling. Welcome X Savage Mike. Chip, I don't know what you mean by that. What does that mean? It feels that way, TBH. I don't like the YouTube live viewing experience. It's so hard to find other smaller streamers since the platform is mixed with pre-recorded video content. Yeah, I feel like discovery is hard for streamers on YouTube. X Savage Mike, you're being very strange. I don't know what you're asking. What do you mean by chip? You're on thin ice. You gotta watch yourself. So we have many suspicious users. I don't know what you mean. What are you asking? I'm sure maybe you're well-intentioned. I just don't know what the question is. Chip? What is that emote? Look up. That looks like an Among Us to me. What is that? I know it's probably not an Among Us. He hates us. I can't believe this. What is that? It's a sock puppet. Oh, I see it now. I see. That's like the mouth right there. Falling. Thank you, Ham, for the 10 months. That is many months. Several months in a row. I feel like maybe the reason why Twitch... Wait, is there news for like Twitch announcing you can discount subs? Because I would like to do that once it's out. I feel like the reason why they probably don't do it is because like they want people to look at ads. Or like, I mean, like a reason that people subscribe is to avoid seeing ads. Whereas if you can make subs cheaper, then maybe they're like, oh, maybe then it doesn't offset the money they would have gotten from ads or whatever. But I don't know. I would like to make it cheaper. Here's another weird chat situation. A while ago, I made an alt account for an inside joke on chat. Later, they had Gamba. The alt account voted an option no one else did. And somehow won, and now I have 900,000 points. You have made it big. The question is whether there's the worth to those channel points. Maybe they have nothing worth redeeming, and then those are just nothing. It's also super rare that I get ads here, and most it's 30 seconds. It's like, it depends how the streamer has it set up. It's like, you could have it set up so that as soon as you click on a stream, if you're not subscribed, you get like a 30-second ad break or whatever. But then if you want to avoid that, you would have to like manually run ads every hour, and it has to be like, what is it, like 3 minutes of ads or something? I know some streamers, they take an ad break. Oh, it's for your, that is true, for your, it is based on region. There are some regions that don't have many ads. But I mean, in the US it's pretty bad. I was actually thinking about this recently, because like I feel like most of my regulars are subscribed, whereas if I were to like switch my ads to be the scheduled ads, then people that normally would not watch the ads might show up more often. Because like I think one reason that people don't watch streams is because as soon as they click on the stream, they see an ad and they're like, I'm not watching an ad for this. Whereas if I had the scheduled ads, then, you know, then I don't know, maybe people would be like, oh, I don't see an ad immediately, so maybe I'm more inclined to stick around. But then you show more ads in general though. It's like, what, like three minutes of ads per hour, which seems like a lot to me. Whereas if you don't have it, everyone just sees like 30 seconds once they start the stream, and then never again. Duck is smiling because he's not subscribed. He's waiting for like some discount for September or whatever. Oh, like a bunch of my subscriptions expired recently because like I set it up so that I manually resubscribe just because I think it's like cheaper that way. I think you get like a discount every 6 months if you subscribe 6 months at a time. But then I was like, man, the timing doesn't align well with September because I'm renewing my sub at the end of April, and since I subscribe 6 months at a time, it's like it's gonna renew in like October, which is after September is over. And then I was like, wait, could it like, but then I could like subscribe for 3 months and then subscribe 2 months in multiples of 1 month. And then like, that's so much effort though. I don't want to like spend my time thinking about how to optimize my savings. I don't know. More ads, yippee. You can watch the ads happily knowing the streamer knowingly inflicted ads on you. I don't get ads because I have Twitch Turbo, so it literally doesn't matter to me. There have been times I click on a new stream, get ads immediately, decide to click off before the ads finish. Yeah, I think that's the major problem. The ad situation on Twitch is pretty bad. You can't spell bad without ad. Am I right, guys? If it's someone I watch normal, then I'm cool with ads. If it's a streamer I don't know, the ads make me wonder, do I really want to watch this? Exactly. Exactly. It's like, I like the fact that for channels that you know you're gonna watch, is like, you get one 30-second segment of ads at the very beginning, and then you're not going to see ads ever again. Although that is kind of annoying if the streamer is having internet issues, because I think every time they disconnect and reconnect, ads, like, you'll have to like refresh the page sometimes, and then ads start running again. The ad situation is crazy. You understood the reference. That's exactly what I was referencing. Once I figured out you can mute the tab and switch tabs once the commercial play, it didn't bother me so much. That is true, but then you're like missing out on content. The worst pre-rolls are when you raid in. I mean, yeah. I haven't experienced it in a long time, because I pay for Twitch Turbo. But you know, I think if you watch like a lot of streams, Twitch Turbo is more cost efficient than subscribing, but then you don't get the emotes, right? Emotes are nice. But I mean, I have Twitch Turbo and I do subscribe to people, so like whatever. And Twitch Turbo is mostly for like the channels that I don't watch that often. Which, now that I think about it, are there even like that many channels that I'm not subscribed to that I actually watch? I don't know. Most of my main channels that I watch, I'm subscribed to. Twitch Turbo. Exactly. In Firefox, you can click the pull out the video button and just watch the stream during end. Oh yeah, I think Camflow mentioned you can do that. It's a cool workaround if you want to make use of it. Anyway, that's streaming. That's life as a chatter. Imagine chatting. Imagine watching a stream. Am I right, guys? Cringe. Watching streams, that's cringe. I would never watch a stream. Especially not during work hours. Especially not when I'm in the office working. Nope. Oh, could not be me. Watching, listening to streams. Anyone listening to streams right now? Anyone listening to multiple streams? I do that. I do that all the time. I'm always listening to multiple streams. Constantly. Audio only? What? Then you don't get to see the cool stuff happening on the stream right now. You're missing out on all the big web fishing content. Twitch Turbo gives streamers good money, but I still prefer individual subs for the emotes. Yeah, the emotes are a big part of it. Sometimes that gives me a headache. Surprisingly, I stopped doing this. I'm at work just listening. 2 people talking at the same time? Yes. Possibly even 3. Possibly even 3 people talking. I have 3 monitors. Sometimes I listen to 2 streams and watch YouTube. I've done that, honestly. What volumes do you set the individual streams at? I feel like usually my streams that I watch are set at like very low volumes, like 5% volume. Which seems unusually low, but for some reason that's the volume that makes the most sense to me. Maybe my speaker volume is set too high or whatever. I'm one of those crazy people who actually just watches streams sometimes. What do you mean? Are we not just watching streams? Oh, you like watch without listening? Is that what you meant? Usually got 2 streams open, playing marbles in the other tab. You watch a lot of marble streamers. Sometimes it's hard to understand when multiple streams are playing, but AI did learn to send audio to separate audio outputs. AI? I used to have a plugin that you could assign the left and right channels. Okay, I thought you were using like an AI for this. I had a plugin that would allow you to switch audio tabs to be on different like channels, like left and right channel on your headphones. And I used to have like one stream playing on the left headphone, one stream playing on the right headphone. And it actually made things a lot easier to understand. But then I stopped doing that because, I don't know, nowadays I just listen on speaker, you know? It's fine. It's totally fine to just listen to all my streams on speaker. I don't understand how to listen to 2 things at once. That's fine. That's a skill you don't necessarily need. Unless you're min-maxing your stream viewings. Whoa, that's a lot of words. This year, okay, your message has scrolled off the screen. This year we will expand our promotional offerings with more chances for streamers to earn throughout. We'll be offering offers discounts and promotion. Well, that's different though. Promotions during special events. This is not like you can permanently set your subscription to a lower price. Keep reading. Streamer, what? But that says during special events though. Keep read. I read the whole message. You're telling me to keep reading, but it's not the same. It's not what I wanted. You can just keep doing that. Yeah, but it's not the same. It's a different thing. Let's see. I don't watch streams for marbles. I like to hit play when someone puts it on. I see. Sometimes I'm like watching someone play marbles on stream, and like I don't join because like, what if I win and then they're expected like what am I saying? Sometimes when you win, the streamer expects you to be there to say something. Like I know Carabao knows this. Alyss does a marble stream sometimes where the winner gets to choose a number, and then like the person who is in that place gets timed out for some number of hours. But I'm like, I don't join those because I don't mind being timed out for some number of hours, but like I don't want to be in first and then have to be like, oh, actually I'm not watching the stream right now, so I can't say a number, and then everyone's waiting for me to say a number. I'm like, I just don't join. Because there's too much expectation from me as a chatter to be there. Like, what if the stream takes 5 minutes and I'm like in a meeting or something? I just don't join. That's it. Insert Northern Line bit about Gen Z's cooked attention span. Yeah, watching Subway Surfers and other. What else do people watch? I don't even know. Let's see. I'll usually put the stream I want to focus on the most at 10%, then others at different lower volumes. Yeah, that's what I do as well. It's like if the streamer is saying something that I want to pay attention to, I will increase the volume for that tab. Just watching streams as opposed to multitasking. Oh, I see. You're watching streams instead of like doing other stuff in the background. It's crazy. That happens. I do that sometimes. It depends on the stream and the streamer, I guess. Some chats that I'm like really active in, like I'm paying attention to the actual content of the stream and not just the audio. I wanted streamers physical stickers for winning marbles but didn't want them. That happens as well. Sometimes I'm like there's like a chat competition and I'm like, I don't actually want the prize. I just wanted to like participate. Zoli has joined. I get that. I don't join if I can't listen to the stream. Exactly. There's too much expectation for the viewers. Can't believe this. It's like when there's like a chat interaction thing and there's like a prize. There's like one time I was raided into the chat and the streamer was doing like a giveaway or something where you would win stickers. It wasn't for marbles, but it was like some random raffle or something. And then like I ended up winning, but I'm like, I don't actually want this. And then she like DM'd me. I was like, I don't actually want the prize. I was like, oh, all right. But there was one time when I was like vacuously had a like a quiz event or something. I just wanted to participate because I thought it'd be fun. But I made it to the finals, and I'm like, I don't actually want the prize. Thankfully, like I didn't actually win, so it worked out. But if I did win, I was like, just give it to the other guy. Sometimes I don't like. I'm really part of the community. I don't feel like I'm part of the community, so I'll just look for those types of stream. I think that also makes sense. Like sometimes when like someone joins like a community event, and then like It's like a lurker or someone that most people don't know. And then like they win, people are just like, who's that? I've never seen this guy before. You're like, oh, I feel bad now. This gift could have gone to someone who actually, you know, is an active contributor to the community. But instead it's me, like just a random lurker. Wow. It's like, oh man, I can't believe, oh man, regular guy Joe123 could have won. Instead it went to lurker 567. They don't even appreciate it. They don't even know the lore behind this gift. They don't even know that this thing, the meaning that this thing has. That's crazy. Wow. They don't know my Oshi like I do. They weren't even around back in the olden days. Me when I see a Northern Line chatter, they don't even know. They weren't even here 10 years ago. I was here 10 years ago. They don't even know Josh. They don't even know who Josh is. Can't believe it, man. They weren't even here when Hafu was on the stream. They don't even know WDW. I hear Lurker 456 got banned from streamer 789's chat. It does happen. How long have I been subbed to now? On Twitch? I don't remember. But on YouTube, I've been following. I guess it is called subs on YouTube. On YouTube, I've been subbed since like. Is there a way to check? Like at least 10 years. Probably. I actually didn't watch his Twitch stream until. I don't know. I was mostly a YouTube viewer. I knew that he did Twitch streams, but I did not actually watch them until some time ago. I forget exactly when. It might have been 2018, which actually is more recent than I think. But then it's also like 7 years ago, right? 2018 is actually 7 years ago. It's like 2018, that's literally like 2 years ago. Nope, it was 7 years ago. It's in 10 months? No. What does this say? Subscribe. Oh, subscribe. No, I've definitely subscribed for more than 10 months. I have like multiple years of subs. This is incorrect information. Last renewal 2021. See, this is not true. I'm renewed, right? Oh, I think this is probably when you post your renew. That's like, okay. I think this only has information that is in chat. I've been subscribed for more than 10 months. But I don't post that I'm resubscribing because he has hype trains disabled. And there's literally no reason for me to post a sub renewal message. I only do that when I can possibly get a hype train emote. And since it's impossible in his chat, I just don't do it. 7 years. I keep trying to rewind when I watch NL Live, only NL. Well, you can rewind. You can, in fact, rewind. Some people don't know this, that you can, in fact, rewind a live stream on Twitch. You just have to go to the videos tab. Assuming they don't have it disabled. Some people disable it. I only post my subs for hype trains too. Got an emote max. Exactly. If you don't get a reward for it, what's the point, right? What, to have the streamer just say thanks? No, that's not for me. I need to get something like that emote or something. I don't need the streamer to thank me. They already know that I'm subscribed. Forget I'm not watching on YouTube. Oh, I see. That happens sometimes. You're like, oh, right, this is like... No, I've had the opposite thing where like I'm watching a VOD and then I forget that I'm not watching live. And then I'm like, oh, can't wait to post like an emote, like a laughing emote. And then I'm like, oh, wait, this is a VOD. I can't react to this. Exactly. It's like, oh no, if I was here, I could have left the funniest joke. The streamer would have laughed. I doubt they would have laughed, but they could have. But like if streamer was like, you know, asking for advice and I was like, wait, I could have given the best backseating advice here. Remember when they let you chat in VODs? That was... I remember hearing that that was a nightmare, because the moderation team would then have to moderate offline chat. And they got rid of it. Which makes sense. It was a strange thing that you could do. Whenever I rewind on YouTube, I end up forgetting and chat something 10 minutes past and die inside. Yeah, that's a thing that's on YouTube as well. Is that if the streamer sets it up so that you can rewind in the VOD and you leave a chat message, there's no indication that you're like not caught up. I've done that before. That's why when I streamed on YouTube and I had chat enabled, I disabled the VOD feature specifically because some people would not be caught up with the VOD and then they would leave messages and they don't know that they're behind. It's true, I'd be the best potential chat. Exactly. Streamer would have laughed so hard if I was there. I love rewinding on YouTube because I don't chat on YouTube. I get to catch up. It is nice. You can also like set your video speed to 2x when you're like... Actually, even on a live stream on YouTube. That's like a pro tip. If you are watching a live stream on YouTube, especially if it's like a really big stream, like a graduation stream or something, you can set your video speed to 2x even though it's live, and it'll like catch up with like what's really close to what's live. Because like, you know, if it's a big stream, I think they have like some kind of buffer, maybe like 20 seconds even sometimes. And then if you 2x speed, it actually skips past part of the buffer. The easy band-aid fix would be for YouTube to tell the chatter you're chatting in the past. Yeah, they should really do that. They should have a thing that's like, hey, by the way, if you're gonna leave this message, make sure that you know that you're not caught up with the VOD. Chat starts to lag the window so bad on the 2 stream. Yeah, actually, I installed a plugin for that. It was specifically during Amelia Watson's graduation. I was like, the chat is lagging so bad. It was even lagging for her as the streamer. She was like, yeah, normally I can keep up with chat, but actually it's so bad right now. The UI like is just not loading. And then I posted about it on Twitter and someone was like, yeah, you can install like a plugin for that. Was it HyperChat? Was it something like that? And then I installed it and it actually worked. I was like, oh, that's actually like nice. Also redacted. Is this redacted? Is this the redacted that I know, or is this a stranger redacted? Because if this is a chatter that I don't know, you cannot join. My YouTube chat be like, well, give you the whole JSON string of all of chat history? Exactly. If you're ever watching a premiere on YouTube, 2x on the countdown because the countdown's almost never synced. Exactly, that's another thing. That's another thing you can do. Pro tip. I think this is also really relevant if you watch like Nintendo Directs on YouTube. Is that you get to catch up sooner than other people. Oh man, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't let random people join because there's hackers and people that draw weird things in the lobby. So in case you are actually a well-meaning individual, unfortunately, it's been ruined by other people. But you know, hopefully you can find another stream where you can join. Yeah, the countdown is loud on YouTube. Classic YouTube. They're just doing things. Anyway. Is anyone even any fans of YouTube that are like, actually, you're wrong, Wolfie. YouTube chat is better because of this thing. It is biased because I am on Twitch and you are all watching this on Twitch. Actually, there might be some people watching on YouTube, but they can't chat on YouTube because I do not want to moderate 2 chats. But surely they're watching and they're thinking they don't even know that YouTube is so much obviously superior because of this. It's obviously better because YouTube emotes are smaller and it makes it harder to distinguish emotes because they're so small. Literally 1984. Yeah, why are the emotes so small in there? What's the deal? Moderate this. Choco J Pants Grab, so true. Oh yeah, Namai, did you ever like unfollow people? I saw Namai reach the follow limit on Twitch, which I think is 2,000 people. Imagine following 2,000 people. Welcome home, Sinica. Those are not emotes that exist. I do have Wolf's Fishing though. YouTube doesn't have Joel. Exactly. Started unfollowing people, but made me sad. Yeah, but that's like 2,000 people. There's like so many people. I didn't know there was a limit. Yeah, it's like 2,000. Unreleased Wolfie emotes. They don't exist. It's the Wolf is fish, not fishing. I mean this fish right here. This fish right here. This fish. John Fish right here. Wow. Oh, that's a fish right there. That's a fish. Imagine being a fish. Any fish in chat right now? Fish and chips. Fish and chips? I didn't know chips could do that. I always feel like I'm losing something when I unfollow, but it's arguably unlikely for me to watch them. There are a lot of streamers that I'm following that I have not watched in years. But I'm like, there's no reason for me to unfollow. Right? Like what if I, if I unfollow them, then my follow date gets reset, right? What if maybe later I want to refollow them? And then I show up and it's like, oh, this guy wasn't actually following for 5 years. Then I'll lose all of that history. There's a weird hole in the cliff that takes you to the void. Exactly. Welcome Paint2D. There are fish in chat. They can't type since fish don't have hands. I mean, they can type in other ways. Didn't you hear about the fish that stole some guy's credit card information? I didn't steal. He revealed his owner's credit card info. Because there was a streamer who had a setup where the fish would move into different quadrants of his screen. And then, if the fish is here, it moves, it presses the up arrow. And then little did he know that Pokemon Scarlet Violet was very unoptimized, and then it crashed. And then since it crashed, the fish could then go into the eShop menu, and they did. And then they went to the credit card information menu, and it showed all of his information. Fish are capable of a lot of stuff. Anyway, I should end my stream very soon. So everyone let's take a photo here. At my country, it's funny that the word fish means nothing. What the? I thought fish was everything. I was going through the list and remembering so many things. And my whole time on Twitch, seeing people who don't stream anymore. Oh, that's sad. It's like, oh man, remember this guy? Haven't seen them live in like years. That's a thing that happens, unfortunately. Some people just stop streaming. The fish that outperforms the stock market? So true. Alright, I'm going to take several screenshots. I'm going to take this screenshot. I'm going to hide the UI. I'm going to take another screenshot. Alright, well that's going to be it. Thanks everyone for stopping by. For joining the stream. For fishing if you fished. For talking about school lunch and pizzas and whatever the heck else it was. For looking at my chat history. So true. Alright. Let's see what day it is. Let's raid someone. What day do you think it is? Predictions on day? Guide Dog Day. Jazz Day. Day of the Child. Denim Day. Wait, what? I thought it was like about jeans. Hairstyle Appreciation Day. Potato Head Day. Is there an International Day? Probably. Bubble Tea Day. Bugs Bunny. Mahjong Day. Wait. Mahjong Day. Oatmeal Cookie Day. Tabby Day. Tie-Dye Day. Walpurgis, isn't that Madoka? It's literally Madoka. Hold on, is anyone watching, streaming, Mahjong? Mahjong. It does not appear so. Oh, we could raid Essie. She was literally here today. Let's raid Essie. What day? Oh, hold on, what day? What is a good raid message for today? Mahjong Day. I mean, like, she doesn't really play Mahjong though. I guess you could do Mahjong Day, right? Liars. Honesty Day. Therapy Animal Day. Raisin Day. I don't know. You do whatever you want. Just do whatever. / raid. SC_channel. Does she like oatmeal cookie? I don't know. You could try it. What if everyone posts? Everyone choose your own day of today, and then we'll just have like a bunch of different raid messages. You could post Mahjong Day. You could post Therapy Animal Day. You could post Raisin Day. You could post ooh, ice cream. There's ice cream truck is outside. You could post Jazz Day. Raisin Day, notoriously popular. Everyone loves raisins, guys. Oatmeal cookie enjoyer. Raisin. Oatmeal and Raisin Day. Anyway, the raid is going. I will be back on Friday. And as I mentioned, I might be streaming early on Friday. It might be like an hour or so early. Because I do not have work on Friday, as I found out. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I will stream at the normal time. But I could stream early. So if I do stream early, it'll be there. But it'll end at the same time. It will not be a shorter stream. Anyway, the raid is going. I will see you next time. Goodbye. See you.